Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Pokemon Locals Thursday night here at Nerd Rage Gaming. My name is Dan Hugar and my voice, and we have Brian DeVeza here in real person talking with us. So, Brian, talk us through what's going on tonight as we get it set up.
So we're a little shorthanded as per usual. We always are shorthanded, either myself, Dan, or Bryce. And we're here for a good time, you know. Locals are our usual locals for today. I'm glad that Dan and I are back together, that we get to do this again. And we're just here for another good night of locals, so I'm really excited for it. We're going to have some solid games today. And I'm kind of liking how this meta has been kind of like evolving. So I'm looking forward to seeing what people are kind of here to play. So I know people are kind of getting ready for some of the upcoming events. I think Seattle is coming up towards like the end of the month. And then people are also getting ready for like rotation and stuff like that. So super excited for that. So thanks for everybody for joining. I see Munoz in the chat. Boys and girls, we are back. Best time of the week. Appreciate you for sticking around and coming to watch the stream. So super excited to get started pretty soon. Dan is going to be getting some of our games ready here. And then we will be getting started. So a lot of crazy stuff been happening in the world of Pokemon and, you know, world of all of our extracurriculars we kind of like to cover sometimes on the stream. If you're a basketball fan, we got a lot of trades happening as of late. On the Pokemon side, Ascended Heroes dropped not too long ago. It's cool seeing some of those cards starting to come out. And the interesting ruling about, I think it's like, it's not going to be legal for EUIC or something like that. So that'll be another interesting thing, too. A lot of pretty cards in that set. You'll start looking to start collecting some of the cards from that set. I'm going to be really excited about that. So if anything else is going on with everybody in their lives, make sure to let us know in the chat. We can just get a little chat going on before we start our games. And in between our games, too, looks like round one is going to be pairing up. And we will be seeding all of our players pretty soon. So, yeah, looking forward to a lot of stuff coming in. Hopefully going to be playing more Pokemon. Been playing a lot of fighting games lately. Been having a lot of fun playing those. Been doing a lot of that stuff. Yeah, but a lot to love in life, you know. Looking really nice. So let's see if anything else is kind of going on here. Alrighty, and then are we paired up yet?
We are paired up, and I'm going to get that up here in just a second. If anyone knows people who typically watch on YouTube, can you just let them know that I don't know how to get us to co-stream? Yeah. So we may be a Twitch-only stream today. Yeah. And you know, that's okay. That's okay. It happens that way sometimes. Yeah. All right, so, Brian, we do have Alfredo coming up here versus Ryan. And Alfredo actually did really well at the Invitational recently.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so it's a nice little matchup that we have here, Alfredo and Ryan, both very regular competitors at the shop. So super excited to see what they're bringing to the table this week.
And I'm actually taking a guess on what they're playing. We're going to see once they get set up here. Yeah. But in general, Ryan's been playing a lot of Greninja recently, and Alfredo's been playing a lot of Grimmothy.
Someone on chat just said that we are live on YouTube, so...
Well, fantastic, Luz. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Turns out I'm more competent than I thought I was.
Yeah, and then Munoz talking about the basketball side, seeing the Celtics beat the Rockets by 21. It's a big win.
That's pretty
Rockets team is pretty solid. So...
That is pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good stuff.
Okay, cool. We've got both of these on. Excellent.
Beautiful.
See, we got this. We got this. All right, so Brian, I'm going to transition away from your beautiful face over to the game setup here.
Yep.
And kind of like we were talking about, Alfredo's been playing a lot of Grimmothy. Yeah. Ryan, a lot of Greninja. And so, assuming these are the matchups, Brian, who wins here?
You know, it kind of depends. I actually really like the Greninja in this matchup.
I would tend to agree.
I like it just because if you get that early Grand Tree off, and you're able to just get that really solid, like, spread attack, you're in a really good position. Like, that, I've seen that deck decimate a lot of Stage 2 decks just by, like, completely crippling their setup early. So I think that's, like, a really big reason why, like, the Greninja deck is, like, pretty well positioned going into rotation. And I feel like it could be very oppressive as well, just because it's got super solid attacks, takes advantage of the Grand Tree really well. And just takes advantage of like stuff like the ignition energy as well.
Well, it also can take advantage of people having a slow start. And I don't know if you noticed Alfredo's hand there, but there's at least 4 dark energy in that hand. And that is catastrophic. So I'm going to pop in and let them know to go ahead and get started, and we can get rolling here.
Yeah, definitely. So we're going to see if Ryan's going to be able to take advantage of the slow start from Alfredo here. So we're going to start it off here. Looks like Ryan will be going first. Draws for turn.
And that's not ideal for, honestly, either of these decks.
It really isn't.
As we can tell with Ryan doing oh God.
This is
boy.
the draw pass simulator right now. So we are going to see the Lily come by on Ryan's side. He would have really liked to go second here, I think, just because he would have been at least able to get the turn 1 supporter plus the item lock here, but at least he's still able to survive the turn. He's able to keep the Badoo in the active, and this Lily's termination hopefully going to be able to get him something to work with here.
Ideally, and I think just trying to get set up at this point, because even though it's his second turn, he kind of got a bit of leeway there with Alfredo slowing down here.
Yeah, definitely. And so we're going to hope to see if Ryan's able to kind of capitalize on that slow start, even though he had a pretty slow start himself here. So let's see. We have a Buddy Poffin. We got 2 of them, actually, so we will be able to start gaming here. So
which is a huge deal, honestly.
Definitely 2 of the Froakies coming down here. And then maybe looking for a Pidgey and a Duskull with the second one, per se. That's what I'm thinking here. So Ryan is going to be getting set up here. Got some pretty solid cards here, and he's got his search. And let's see what we have to work with here. I don't see the pink card here, unless he went by it too quickly.
So that's bad.
That would be bad if we don't have it. But then again, might have missed it, you know.
And to be honest, the pink card may depending on when Alfredo gets down, a basic pink card may not actually be too beneficial here.
Yeah.
That is a Petcheron EX
that is
right
a
there.
Here, yeah.
Goodness.
This is a truly slow start for Alfredo here.
It truly is, which is unfortunate because this deck can have a good matchup here, but not right now.
So see what this draw gets Ryan here. It looks like we do have something like an Ultra Ball in hand if needed, but don't know what we're entirely going to try to go for here. Yeah, don't have a good idea. It looks like we're just going to attach one of those water energies to the other Froakie here, and we might just try to play another supporter one of these days here. But it looks like we're just going to go for another Itchy Pollen.
And I mean, Itchy Pollen is good. We've got plenty of time to set up. Clearly, Alfredo is not threatening anything right now, so just being able to take your time is great.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Alfredo is applying literally 0 pressure at this point.
Yeah, definitely. So it looks like it might just be another Adrenabrain into a pass here onto Alfredo's side.
Pink Mamba, we are so, Pink Mamba, we are so happy to stream. It is always awesome to get to do so.
I know, definitely. It's a good way to kind of get the week going, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Get to start off on a high note, and I selfishly get to prep for EUIC, which is a very big deal.
I forget, Dan, you're going?
I am going to EUIC.
That's awesome.
It is going to be wild, and why can I not get this window to shrink smaller?
Yeah.
It's honestly, I think it's going to be a big adventure. I'm excited, and unfortunately, Greninja is not on the list of things that I am hoping to play, but it's still really good.
Have you competed in EUIC before?
I have. So I've gone to EUIC twice.
Twice, okay.
All right, sorry guys, I'm trying to figure out how to like resize this all.
It's all right. We're figuring it out.
We are figuring it out.
But steadily.
Okay, can you still see that okay, Brian?
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. So, yes, I am going back to EUIC. I've been there once before to play in it. Did not go well, but it was still fun.
Yeah, and I remember you said you were there once for Worlds as well, right?
Yes, I did get top 64 at Worlds in London in 2022. So, guys, I promise I'm competent.
Yeah, you're a pretty good player, Dan.
Every now and then, But on this side of things, Alfredo did take a prize, it looks like, which is a huge deal. Except for it didn't give him anything.
Yeah, definitely. And, I mean, even for Ryan's side here, it's not looking like it's getting too many things for him either.
And Finster, great to have you, man. Thanks for joining.
Definitely.
Are we about to buddy or Itchy Pollen again?
I think we might. That's looking like what we're doing here.
That can't be good.
It can't be good, but it might be one of our only options here.
Oh, and let me. I was just looking. It's like, wow, who didn't change the prizes? Alfredo obviously took a prize. Me. I'm the one who didn't change the prizes.
It's all right. So it looks like we're going to get another Itchy Pollen here. We're going to put another Monkey Dory down, and one of those many energies in Alfredo's hand is going to be going onto that other Monkey Dory. So it looks like a lot of these damage counters are going to start moving more and more as we go. And it looks like we are just going to Adrenabrain and pass again.
And so this is...
And Ryan getting the Lily off the top here is huge.
And that is huge because this is going to hopefully let him play the game. And again, that Itchy Pollen is doing work because Alfredo has a Buddy Poffin in hand. So he would be playing the game a whole lot more aggressively if Ryan wasn't slowing it down so much.
Definitely. So it looks like we're going to put down the Crisis Punch to thin it out of the hand.
Which makes sense.
It does make sense, yeah.
Well, actually... Yeah, if this is Grimmothy, truly, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah,
I thought it was Zoroark for a minute, but I see a Morgrim in Alfredo's hand.
Yeah.
So what do you think about Pecharunt in Grimmsnarl?
I like it just because Pecharunt is a solid endgame attacker. Helps, pivot around a lot of those really pesky retreat lock Pokemon as well. So stuff like that I really like about it, and it just has so much good synergy with Dark-type Pokemon. So it is a card I think that is worth adding on into the deck.
Well, and also Grimmsnarl started adding Blood Moon Ursaluna recently, really because Grimmsnarl kind of caps at 180 damage, which is not what you would call threatening late game if you try to tank.
Yeah.
So being able to crank up the damage either with a Blood Moon or with Pecharunt is awesome.
Definitely, and we do have the pink card in the deck, so it looks like we'll be playing the Grand Tree for the Pidgeot here, and that will allow us to quick search.
And Finster, I think that is one of the downsides, is anytime you have a Stage 2 deck, it just takes so much space. So you got to make a cut somewhere for Patch. Yeah. And I also don't know what that cut is.
Yeah, it's definitely tough. So it looks like you're going to be getting the Greninja.
And I assume this is going to be associated with a rare candy? Assume? Yeah.
Definitely. And it looks like we're going to get a Shinobi Blade here. And that will let us search out any card in the deck. So super powerful. 170 damage is pretty solid damage, and it allows us to also search out a card as well. So super, super powerful attack here. So it looks like we might be looking for that Ignition Energy to start messing with that setup of Alfredo.
And so now that Buddy Poffin from Alfredo is a whole lot less valuable because it's essentially saying, here, Ryan, take 2 prizes.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. So we're going to see what this Buddy Poffin's going to grab, which is looking like it's going to be 2 of the Marnie's Impidimps. And I don't really know how good of a play this is going to really be because it looks like they're just going to get knocked out very soon.
And I think Alfredo's going to have to get down 3. Yeah. Because like you said, Brian, if we get down 2, that is not going to be nearly enough to try to enact our game plan. We have to be able to withstand one of the snipes by Greninja. I think it's Mirage Barrage.
Yeah, Mirage Barrage, definitely. So, and it's one of those things, too, where hopefully Alfredo will be able to kind of take advantage of this Grand Tree as well. That could be something to look at.
Sorry.
No, you're okay.
Give me a sec here.
You're all good. You are all good.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, so it looks like we're going to put down a Snowrun and an Impidimp. We're going to play the Arven, and I think Alfredo was eyeing the Secret Box here. So hopefully we're going to get the Secret Box, and we're going to look for a TM Evo play is what it looks like.
Elmo, I love Elmo.
Yes.
Great to have you here. Thank you for joining.
Elmo loves Dan, and Dan loves Elmo.
How could we not?
I know, right?
All right, so then this is, even as catastrophic as things looked, Alfredo was at least setting up a board. But, Brian, I don't know if you noticed this, but there's only 1 Impidimp on the board.
Yeah, that's, I think, going to be a problem. But I think the way around this is that we're going to use the Secret Box to find a way to get 2 more of them, which I'm hoping.
I am also hoping. Oh!
Ooh.
But that TM Devo could be so good.
It could definitely be good, but it looks like we're not looking for it yet, though.
So why not, do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like part of the reason is just because that Pidgeot was manually evolved all the way to Stage 2, so there wouldn't be too much utility.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Just because you're just going to be able to plop it back down, and then you could probably just quick search for another rare candy, put it back into play. But it could be something that, once you start playing around with the damage counters a little bit more,
then
something to work with.
And that makes sense. For some reason, I was thinking of, and please, you all can judge me for this, I was thinking of Espeon EX because that actually devolves everything and shoves it into the deck, but that is absolutely not what's happening here.
So it looks like we're going to go with the Spike Mute to get the second Impidimp down, which I was really hoping we'd get the third one down, but I don't know if we really have a third one to work with.
It looks like we may not, which is problematic. But we do see counter. Wait, hold on. Give me 1 second here.
I don't think we can counter catcher here.
Alfredo, you guys both have 5 prizes left.
All right, we're gonna do a little switcheroo here. And we're still going to get the TM Evo off here.
Which is fine. And I think that counter catcher was just meant really to stall a turn. But obviously, you can't play it if you're tied on prizes.
Yep, definitely. So good catch, Dan.
Thank you. It's what they pay me for. They don't actually pay me, to be clear.
Yep. We do this for the love of the game.
We do it for the love of the game.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. There we go. So it's Ryan's turn now. We're going to see what the Mirage Barrage is going to be doing here.
And I mean, it's got to be doing a lot of work, I imagine.
It's got to be taking out the Morgrim and the other Impidimp here. That's what I would think.
So the one thing going for Alfredo, too, as we mentioned it, is that Pecharunt EX will pretty quickly be doing a ton of damage.
Definitely.
The downside is it caps at 300, but the Monkey Dories can certainly accentuate that and help it get to one-shot a Greninja EX. But there's a lot of time between now and then.
Definitely. So that's definitely something to think about here, too. And it might be one of those things where Ryan's going to think about maybe if he can get another Rare Candy play. I'm wondering if there's a possibility to Rare Candy Dusknoir or something, and then Mirage Barrage the rest of the pieces here to really just put some hurt onto Alfredo's board. That might be a possibility, I'm thinking here, because, I mean, you do have the Quick Search at the end of the day. So let's see what we're ending up doing here.
And I'm also curious to see kind of what the plan is. I think Mirage Barrage obviously is good here.
Yeah.
So I don't really see that being a problem. But is it just that simple?
It could be. Oh, it looks like we're playing your favorite card, Dan, Hilda.
So we're going to have to talk about that one in a minute because I am annoyed.
Yes.
And Finster, yes, the cards are beautiful and right now working very, very poorly for him.
I know. They're not looking too good for Alfredo right now, but we're going to play the Town Store here. Take away the Spike Mute, which is going to be another beneficial piece for Alfredo to set up the board.
Which, granted, I don't know how much the Spike move matters at this point.
No, Kenneth here is agreeing with you, Dan.
Thank
Hilda
you, Kenneth.
Is mid.
I hate to say it, man. I've been trying to do some directed testing, and I put Hilda in my deck, and it's really good, and I'm so angry about it because it has been really good. All right, so we do see. Okay,
and then Connor's saying Hilda tough and ninja though.
So that I actually agree with. And one of the big reasons is you see the energy attached to Greninja right now, not the water, but the ignition energy. So that provides 3 colorless energy to any evolution Pokemon, but you discard it at the end of your turn. And that means you need to find a new energy every turn.
And I think the other thing too that makes it like good.
Oh wait, that's a good question. Why did he discard the stadium? Let me check on that.
I think the other thing that makes Hilda good in this deck too is it's got Quick Search. Quick Search.
Why did you discard the stadium? Okay, don't do that.
There we go.
I don't know if you guys heard Ryan's reasoning for discarding it, but it was, I don't know.
Yep.
So this is why we watch something like this.
Yeah, definitely. So we can kind of... it's always good to have an extra set of eyes here to make sure that the game is flowing in the right direction.
And that's really kind of what our job is. Yeah. And I should say that's what judges are. And also that's what stream coordinators are for any of these games. Like, I am glad to see Pokemon take effort to be able to respond to stuff on stream and make changes.
Yeah, definitely. And we've definitely seen it, like, pay dividends, too. Like, there's been a lot of times where they've been able to fix game states because, I mean, they have it all on camera.
Absolutely. Yeah, and so, Kenneth, you're going to hit on something I'm going to hit on a little later. Hilda is so good once you're set up. Like, once you've got your basics down, you've got supporters, you're playing the game, Hilda's incredible. And prior to that point, the card is not great, to put it as nicely as possible. But getting back to the game, we do see the counter catcher and Iono, which is a just classic combination from Alfredo.
Definitely. So Alfredo trying to play to his outs, try to do what he can to slow down Ryan as much as he can, because it's like we said earlier in the game, it's just being able to slow down as much as possible, just because that Mirage Barrage can really take away a lot from the setup. Definitely.
And we're actually able to use Monkey Dory to clear that Buddy from the board.
Yep.
Gives Alfredo the prize, shortens the game a little bit. However, with Ryan at 3 prizes, maybe pretty easy for him to respond here.
Definitely. So let's see where we're going with here. He's shaking his head here, not looking too good.
Actually, Ryan just wins with an Ignition Energy.
Yeah.
All right, so Brian, walk us through. How does Ryan win here?
Can't he just retreat, quick search Ignition Energy, and win the game?
That is correct. The other key piece is to pop Dusclops.
Yes.
Because pop Dusclops on the Petch, that puts it at 160. You use Mirage Barrage on the Bench Monkey, Bench Petch, and then the Tick from Frostlass closes out the Petch, and Ryan wins the game. That seems pretty easy, right?
Couldn't you also, like, boss Petch and, like, weakness? Does Mirage Barrage hit for weakness when it's inactive?
It does.
Yeah, so that could be another way to win it, too, to get 3 prizes.
Absolutely true. So the tricky part with that is Connor, because the other options were Dusks, so it'd be pretty easy for Ryan to pop it anyway.
Yeah, he could just pivot away from it as well, so...
I think that does not have 3 retreats.
Yeah, it just pops itself, and then that's your retreat right there.
And Kenneth, it could have been Duskull. I think that matters less with the town store there. But in general, I don't really know what Ryan's doing, because he just wins with an Ignition, right?
Yeah, I think he's trying to win with some style here. No more Hilda's left. No more Hilda left. Sad.
But we do have Quick Search. Are we missing something, Brian?
I don't know, actually. I'm wondering if we're seeing the game the same way that they're seeing the game right now.
Now, I really need to stress that Ryan is much better at Pokemon than I am, but I still don't know what the plan is here.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're going to double... Okay.
Double Dusk.
Yeah.
Followed by a boss's orders, question mark? Yeah, quick search for boss and then take the knockout.
That's a way to win it.
That is a way to win it. That was not the route I was going to take, but you know what? What do I know, Brian?
Yeah, what do I know?
No. All right, so we can talk more about that one, but let's get over to our next game where we have Tristan playing Alzard versus Alex playing Eevee Box.
Yeah, these are both decks that both players have been playing for a while. I feel like each week they find themselves on the stream playing this exact deck and matchup.
That is very true.
Yeah.
And just make sure, is this Alzard or Pidgeotzard?
I think it's... I want to say it's Alzard.
I actually think it may just be Pidgeot.
It could be. I don't know, because I feel like Tristan's been playing Alzard, so...
He has, but I see no Terras and no Crystals.
Yeah.
Crystal Terrestrial Pokemon.
Could be.
Okay, so then, are we not tied 4-4? Or is it... I think it may be 6-4.
Might be.
Because it's 2 rows of 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So then if you're Tristan and you're trying to come back, what do you do here? What's your line?
Is a good comeback card here. So as long as we're able to Lilies into something good here and get the Zard out, that's like the first step.
So I think you hit on the main thing. It's getting the Zard out. If we're able to attack with Charizard, we're great. And we're cruising this turn.
Definitely.
If we are not... I am very interested how Tristan comes back to win this game.
Definitely. Let's see what we're working with here. We have the Zard. I don't see the rare candy, though.
I don't either, and I think we already used Quick Search.
Yeah, looks like it. It's not good.
No, and looking at Tristan's face, he also has the face of sadness and deep, deep, dark depression, which is not ideal.
Not looking good.
So then what does Tristan do here?
I would probably see if we can retreat out into a single prizer here. So that looks like what we might be trying to do here is just retreat into the Tatsugiri, hopefully get us a playable supporter for the next turn, and then just probably pass it back over.
So I actually 100% completely disagree with that.
Okay.
And the only reason being, if you retreat into a single prizer, Alex very easily takes 2 prizes. Because
That's
all
fair.
we need is a Crispin to then clear 2 prizes from the board.
Yeah, with the water pond.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, like, if we're desperate and we need to dig, that's fine. but
we whiffed too.
Ooh, that's tough.
Tough.
So then,
good.
How does Alex punish this?
Oh, Alex will punish by taking, 2 prizes. I feel like you got to take out something like, if you're able to gust to take out something like one of those Charmanders, you can punish by taking double Charmander out. Especially now that this Dusclops is not in play as well, you can definitely punish by taking double Charmander out.
Wait, did we just pop the Dusclops?
It looks like we
kill
did.
The Pidgey?
I was thinking that we take out the Dusclops with the water pond, but looks like part of the job was done for us already.
Which is pretty nice.
Yeah, which is good for Alex, I feel like.
And Alex can also use Pheasantipity now, which really aids in pulling together a combo. And just for the chat, Jacob, Hilda is a well-designed supporter, even if I want to light it on fire. Froakie does not have Retreat Cost of 4. Murray, awesome to see you, my friend. Yes. Thank you so much for joining us.
Definitely, definitely.
But, I feel like Alex has a capability to just all but end the game here, right?
Definitely. Alex definitely has, all the tools needed to put it to pretty much, almost a checkmate state here. So let's see what this Fez will grab us here. And I feel like if we were able to get something like a Noctowl, the game is pretty much over in a way.
Which, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good for Alex. It's horrible for Tristan, but it's pretty good for Alex.
Definitely, definitely.
And so getting this Fez, like we mentioned, knocking out that Pidgey, though I think it's good in general for Tristan, it does allow Alex to try to pull together a combo better.
Definitely. So let's see what this draw 3 gets us. We get an Energy, a Buddy Poffin, and looks like a Briar. Doesn't look like the pieces we need per se, but we're going to go into the Flareon here. And I think with another energy attachment, we can at least take a prize here.
So we can. So going down to 2 prizes does set us up in a good way. The only downside to this is by knocking out a single prizer, there's no guarantee that Tristan puts another single prizer down. And Tristan will be doing enough damage to knock out that Flareon at this point.
I know. It's so interesting. I don't know how I feel about it.
I think if we're able to load energy on the Eevee on the bench for a follow-up attack on Fez, it's fine.
Yeah.
But I think that's really the question.
Yeah, it seems like that's what the plan is that we do that. So it looks like we have the 2 energies onto this Eevee EX here. And let's see what we're working with. So we have Rare Candy Czar off rip here, which is good for Tristan.
Absolutely necessary, honestly, because without that set up this turn, it was going to be so hard for him to respond.
Definitely. So we're going to be putting those energies onto the Zard here. And I feel like for Tristan's side here, if he's able to get the other Charmander into Zard, it'll probably make it a little bit easier for him to kind of survive a next turn if needed.
So the nice part is it actually doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And the only reason I say is because if Alex is able to knock out this active Zard, game's over.
Yeah.
But if Tristan is able to retreat that Zard into another one and even set it up next turn, that's when he would be at a huge positive spot.
Definitely. So wondering if we're able to even do so. Looks like we're going to play the Iono here, though, which is pretty huge.
And I think Tristan probably was debating the Turo on the Fez.
Yeah, and I was thinking about that as well as a potential play, too. But I feel like the Iono is probably the better play anyways.
I think you have to, because Alex had approximately 43 cards in their hand, and that is not a recipe for success.
Definitely, definitely. So, Fez.
Okay, and that's honestly a really good follow-up hand for Tristan.
Definitely. All we got to do is survive.
Well, literally, yes. If we can tank a turn, we are going to be okay.
Definitely.
So then, do we knock out this Flareon, or are we using Pidgeot for another counter catcher?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
I don't know what per se is the better play here because, off rip, it's like you see the Flareon as the immediate threat, but there's also a lot of benefit to going for CC knockout Fez.
No, pick Dan. Dan knows the answer.
Yeah? Dan, what's the answer?
You kill the Flareon.
You kill the Flareon?
Because the only thing you need to win the game is an energy and a gust.
That's
if
fair.
You have the Flareon active.
Yeah.
Technically, you can say the same thing for the Eevee on the bench.
Yeah.
So maybe it's about neutral.
Okay.
But sometimes you just hope your opponent misses the line.
Yeah.
And it makes it harder to see the line in this case.
Definitely. So, let's see.
So what do you think Tristan is getting here off a quick search?
That I'm trying to figure out. Maybe just if we're able to get rare candy. I'm thinking that we might do that. Or it looks like a super rod here.
The super rod, I think, is a great pull just
Yeah.
because he's planning ahead for retreating the Charizard next turn.
Definitely. So
And I think being able to set up for that because you know the Charizard's going to tank a hit.
Yeah.
All right, so
It looks like we're using them for Duskull pieces.
interesting. What do you think of that?
I don't know. I feel like we were going to keep it.
Oh, actually, no, that's a lie. I love that decision. So because we're able to get down this Duskull, if we can pop into Dusknoir next turn, we can win the game.
Oh, okay.
Because we knock out Flareon, go down to 3 prizes. If Alex doesn't win, we pop a Dusknoir to take a 1-prize knockout and then take a 2-prize knockout and just close out the game.
Definitely. Okay.
Or counterpoint, Briar, then Gus,
Yeah,
then
Briar.
does
It
something.
definitely will manipulate the prizes to where we can take the win either way.
And so this is big. Knocking out Alex's main attacker, putting himself in a position where he can win the game next turn. And so now Alex has to find a way to respond. And does Alex have a Noctowl?
So let's see. We're going to go with the Fez here first.
I'm pretty sure that's a Noctowl.
It looks like it. We do have an out to a Noctowl, even if it isn't a Noctowl.
And we see the Ultra Ball. So we really just need a Lightning Energy and a Boss, and we win.
Definitely.
Unless I'm missing something.
So it looks like we are going for...
I see a Night Stretcher.
Okay, so we're getting Noctowl. Night Stretcher.
I think Alex is checking if the
Yeah.
Lightning is in the discard.
So we're going to get... It looks like Boss, Night Stretcher. Night Stretcher is going to grab the Lightning. Boss is going to grab...
The Boss is going to grab the Fez, and then
Yeah.
we're going to use EVEX's attack to do 200 damage, knock out Fezandipity, and take the game. And
Pretty
as we
solid.
all expected, EVEX is the top attacker in this deck. Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely is.
Yes. I can't read the YouTube chat. What is it saying?
It says, here he is, the nicest guy in the Pokemon community, Dan Hugar.
Well,
From
thank-
Leo.
Leoncio, you former member of Nerd Rage team. Great dude. Leo, great to see you, man.
Yeah.
And after Crash, thank you for joining and rooting on Alex. Kenneth, it is actually called Eevee Box, so
we hit with the EVs.
only the basic Eevees,
Only.
never an evolution.
Yeah. Definitely.
Absolutely wild. All right. So, I mean, those are some pretty good games to start out.
Yeah, those were some super solid ones to start off the day with. Besides, like, the whole, like, Alfredo starting really slow thing, but, like, definitely has been pretty solid so far.
It really has been.
Yeah.
And the thing that brings joy to my heart, and I don't know if it brings joy to all your hearts, is that there were 3 different decks utilizing multiple stage 2s on that board, and they are all some of the top competitive decks in the game. And
Definitely.
Brian, you've been playing a shorter time than I have, but I will
Yeah.
tell you, there was a long time where if you had to play Rare Candy, you just couldn't play the deck.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So it's crazy to be able to see that now.
Yeah, I know. It's like, it feels like big basics are not really as of a powerful tool as they used to kind of be back in the day.
And I am so happy for that because it makes sense that you're able to kind of like have more of a complicated game plan. You
Yeah.
set up a board, you set up multiple evolutions, you use kind of the Pokemon we all loved as kids, which are the big scary ones you
Yeah.
evolve over time.
Definitely. Yeah, it's like because you put the work in to get the big Pokemon, and now that you get the big Pokemon, it's able to put in a lot of work.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So I'm going to
definitely.
pop over slightly and just say, hi, everyone.
Yep,
I
oh,
exist.
there- yeah, Dan's
Hello.
here. Dan's
I
here.
am working at the computer, but just hanging out here.
Could you actually get the lights? I think that might help with the...
Are there lights?
We do have lights here.
we do have lights.
Yeah, I always forget about the
Oh, my gosh. That's so much better.
Yeah, so
All right.
it makes it a little bit easier for to see us here.
So if you guys were watching this and thinking, what kind of rookie amateur effort is this? Excellent read.
Yeah.
This is a rookie amateur effort. You interpreted this beautifully
Yeah,
well.
definitely.
Yes. So like we said, Bryce is not here, so I'm running the computer, so Godspeed to all of us.
Definitely.
And Brian, you are the chief yapper today.
Yeah, I know. It's definitely going to be one of those things. Moshi just got to Houston. What do we play? Is Houston this weekend?
No, it is in March.
Oh,
Yes, but I think there were additional spots opened up today.
Oh, very cool. So yeah, Houston is definitely going to be another cool location to go to. I know a lot of people were preferring to go to Houston out of all the Texas regionals, just because I feel like it's easier to get to Houston. I think that's what people are saying.
It is. So Houston isn't that bad of a place to go to, and also like it's an easy regional to get to.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a bunch of deck lists here. So,
Definitely.
Brian, thinking of Houston, we also have EYC coming up.
Yeah.
And so that is current format. What do you think are some of the decks we need
If
to
I was
figure
going,
out?
I would play the same Dragapult 60 that you would play.
Really?
Because Dragapult's the only thing I've played for the last month and a half to 2 months.
I mean, that is an extremely reasonable stance. I get that. I get that. Okay, so let me pull up Polt here.
Yeah.
So, and let me do that. Perfect.
Then Murray's saying, Dan, put rare candy in Polt. I saw your tweet.
So, that's a great question, Murray. And Brian, so I'm just going to throw up here. Kenneth has read it perfectly.
Yeah, read it perfectly.
So I will say there was some news last week or two saying that the EUIC is going to be in the same format.
Yeah.
Just because of lack of accessibility for Ascended Heroes.
Yep.
Which, Brian, what do you think about that decision from Pokemon?
It's sad that that's has to come to that, but I like that they're taking the safer approach. Instead of making people have to spend all this money for playable cards for a set, just be like, it's a hard set to make. It's all Pokemon's fault, but let's just play whatever format we have, so it can kind of guarantee that all the players have the cards that they need for the event. It's a very big event, and
it is.
Based off my experience from last year, there weren't that many vendors at EUIC, and it was just a little hard to get cards. I had to. I ended up changing my deck choice the night before the event, and I had to rely on Mo and Josh Frink to build my entire deck.
Did it work out well?
I mean, I got the deck.
Well, I guess I meant more the results of the tournament.
The results of the tournament wasn't the greatest, but I learned a lot. I learned a lot about the deck during the tournament.
Sorry, I just appreciate you clarifying. I did get the cards.
I did get the cards.
Not the results of the tournament, but I got the cards.
Honestly, though, I'm kind of glad I played the deck that I did because, I don't know, when I was playing Dragapult and testing, I was just getting fried every single game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so a couple comments in the chat. Kenneth, we are playing Dragapult because we do not know how to play under decks.
We do not. No.
The answer is yes, and I will say, from a objective standpoint, I agree with you, Brian.
Yeah.
I think I'm all about accessibility for the game.
Yeah.
So if we can say, hey, we're going to have a weird format for this tournament, but all the players will be able to get what they need, amazing. I'm here for it. Also, selfishly, I have a child, and I have done minimal testing, so I would have to go into a brand new format with new cards, having played maybe a dozen games with the new cards.
Yeah.
So I just get to rip and run what I already know.
Exactly, and that's what I was kind of thinking about it too, because I am also an adult, and
Yes.
I work nights. I work overnight, and this past couple weeks of playing TCG Live, this was the first time I got Arceus in the entire season so far.
All right, all right.
So I haven't been able to play it all, but with the limited time I was able to play, I was able to get some result out of it. So
excellent.
Yeah.
And Murray, I do understand that it was not a request; it was an order to put rare candy in Polt. And I was going to talk about that. And Kenneth, Turo being on Fraud Watch, man, y'all are making the points I need to make here.
Yeah.
So Brian, what do you think about this 60 from Birmingham? What do we need to change?
This is the 60 I've been playing actually.
Okay.
So that's why I've been kind of in the middle of a few things. That's why I was kind of asking you about the research versus the Turo, because this is pretty much what I'm at right now. So I'm trying to just figure out where the rest kind of go.
Well, so I'd love everyone else's feedback. And Petch, I agree. I'm a little surprised because this deck feels horrible every time I play it.
And it feels like there's text for it all the time. It's
yes. Everyone is trying to beat it.
Everyone's trying to beat it. And there's pieces to beat it everywhere.
And everyone has the parts to beat it. Yes. So part of the pieces I actually think I need to yank from here is I'm not playing Turo right now. And the only reason being, so we've talked about this, and I've talked about this, this is a deck that wins if you get to play the game and your opponent doesn't. Yeah. And so for me, the only thing I want to cram in here is stuff that lets me play the game and then save 1 to 2 slots for stuff to handle maybe negative matchups.
Definitely.
And so Turo, if I see that turn 1, I'm not playing the game. Hilda, if I see that turn 1, I'm not playing the game.
You're flipping the table if you see Hilda.
If
turn
I
1.
have a hand with only Hilda turn 1, I am scooping and dropping. Just kidding. I'm not going to do that. But so this is why, for me, I put a research in here.
Yeah.
We keep nest balls in here. We keep a high energy count. Just all the play the game stuff.
Yeah, definitely. And a lot of people think that the Moltres is on Fraud Watch right now.
So I'm not going to argue it. Are you going to argue it, Brian?
No, I'm not going to argue
Okay.
it either. It seems like it's kind of, I kind of agree with the people that say that it's like huge cope, because it definitely seems like it's a big cope pick.
So, number 1, yes. Number
Yeah.
2, I think it's tough because I want to play the game.
Yeah.
But against Gold Dango, if you play the game and they also play the game, you lose.
It's a winnable matchup.
It is winnable if they don't play the game as effectively as you do. And so,
Definitely.
for me, that Moltres slot is kind of the tech slot. It's,
Yeah.
hey, what can I put in here to mess with other decks? Kenneth, you mentioned the third jamming tower. That's not terrible. Yes, Moltres can be good to discourage. Monkey Aura, I think, is a good inclusion. But, Brian, I have one question for you on another card. What do you think of Cactus?
I like Cactus.
All right, so why do you like Cactus?
I like Cactus because Cactus lets you, it like, in a way, lets you play the game by slowing down your opponent.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
That's very important, even. And so, why do you think I would be playing Cactus? I'm just kind of quizzing you, so that way we can see if you and I are on the same page
Yeah,
here.
just because, like, I feel like a lot of these, kind of like, in a way, against the decks that move a lot faster than you, like your Terra boxes, your like Greninjas, stuff like that. Just being able to pop something in the active and keep it there while you set up and buy time is like really important to just being able to catch up, because you kind of have to keep up in the pace, because I mean you got to play the game at the end of the day, and if you're not able to, then you're not winning the game.
And I think that's the big thing. So, like, it is so important for you to be able to play the game, but you also have to recognize that your deck is absolute and utter ass for the first 3 turns of the game. And so you need to be able to cover that. Also, late game, huge tournament, like, people aren't going to be teching everything. You can absolutely scam a game or two just by using corner for a couple turns.
Yeah, definitely. And nice thing about corner too is, like, if you do it enough while you're setting up, it can help set up your math to like take, you know, big multi-prize turns as well a lot earlier into the game. So I do like the Cactus, definitely.
And so Kenneth is making a really good point of about Cactus is people can prime catcher around it. And that is absolutely true. And then when you gust something up in Cactus again, they say, huh, I can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
But also deleting the deck is not a bad plan.
Yeah.
All right, so Brian, we have an option of Eevee Box versus Poltnor, or what I believe to be, what is it? Why did I not have this? Raging Bolt versus Polt. Do we have a preference?
I want to. Part of me wants to see the Polt versus the Eevee.
Oh goodness, did I mess these up?
I don't know though. What do you think?
Polt versus Eevee. I'm not opposed to that, actually. So let's check that out. So we're going to watch here, and let me throw this up as I get this up. We're going to watch Ryan playing Poltnor, and Murray, there are candies in this one, so don't you worry.
Yeah.
And then we'll have that versus Eevee Box, played by Alex. So not a ton of Eevee Box here tonight, but they're going to try to do their best with it.
Definitely, definitely.
All right, so let's transition that over. There we go. Okay. All right, so then, Brian, who's favored in this?
So part of me likes to say the Eevee boxes just because that's the Sylveon EX with the Angel Light.
No longer in there.
No longer in there?
No
Okay.
longer in there. So Emma Hagen has completely dropped that, because why would we play good cards like that?
Yeah.
And let me do this. So...
Oh, Murray says that played against Alex with Paul at NAIC and got dunked on.
I'm so sorry, Murray.
So sorry.
No, Alex is awesome. I love him.
Yeah, Alex is a very, very good opponent to play against as well. And very skilled player as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, Kenneth, I just want to say on the double Turo and Prime, I agree it's problematic, but if they Turo and punch a Cactus, they take 60 damage, and whoo, buddy, is that good math.
That is good math, yeah. Definitely.
Go ahead.
Alrighty. So we will be getting started here. Let's see who's going first. We're going to see Alex going first. Fanrotum is in the active.
And that's the dream.
That
like
is
the
the dream.
ideal starter here.
Definitely is.
And what is Eli's playing Raging Bolts? Oh, man. All right. All right. So then, Brian, what does Alex's perfect turn look like? What are they trying to do here?
Alex's perfect turn, we already kind of have it right now because we started Fanrotum.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
Are there any other pieces we want to see outside of all that?
I mean, we're seeing Eevee come down. We're going to get a Hoot Hoot and the Noctowl. I guess the only other thing we could really ask for is we're getting down either like getting the Eevee EX for the Terra so we can activate the Noctowl or something like the Water Pond. Or do they play Terrapagos still, or is it just Water Pond?
It depends. Definitely Water Pond. I think some of us do play Terrapagos, but typically your Eevee EX can fulfill that role of like the relatively high HP Terra that can kind of just set up into your main attacker.
Definitely, definitely.
Matchup not being very good for Eevee. So, Kenneth, I agree in theory, but then I have to remember that Emma is such a better player than almost all of us that she has a good shot into bad matchups until the opposing player's skill nears her own.
Definitely.
And so she does keep losing, but only in Top Cut or Finals, which is pretty good.
Which is, honestly, if that's the place you're going to lose at, it's probably the best.
You know, that's a fair point. I'll take the L at that point.
Take the L over there, because at least you're going to be walking home with some merit and some money.
Yes. Oh, and Alex going into the Eevee, and my guess is evolving it right off the bat. We see the Flareon, and that's not a bad start.
Yeah, definitely not a bad start. I like this, too, because now that we have the Terra in play, this also activates the Noctowl, because if we're not able to get anything kind of going here, we'll be able to hopefully search for a Crispin.
And I think that's all we'll really need to get the first attack off, because Crispin or even just like single attaching Crystal, we're knocking out the active and we're setting up benched attackers.
Definitely. So we have an out back into the Noctowl as long as we don't get item locked here.
And so, Brian, what's Ryan's hand look like here?
Ryan's hand's not looking too hot. I'll tell you that much. It looks like we're just going to get a Halucha here. We got a Dragapult hand. That is very right.
We absolutely do.
That is a Dragapult hand for sure.
And as typical, we are going to likely retreat into Halucha. No, we just... Why would we do that?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm very confused now.
So for those watching at home, don't leave your only Dreepy to die, is my recommendation.
At least make your opponent work for it.
Exactly. Make them play boss, something. Or we could just lose.
Do we just lose here?
So the tricky thing is we need Crystal, Crispin, and then Jet Energy in order to make this happen.
Ooh.
Kenneth, mental toughness on this Pult deck is so weak. Yes, I agree. Why am I playing this, Brian?
Yeah, I know. It's because of the past memories of Lost Zone Giratina. That's
there it is.
That's the reason why I've been coming back to this deck too, because I also really enjoyed Giratina as well.
It really is Giratina. It's a horrible deck until you win.
Yeah, I think that's why I've also learned to enjoy the deck as well.
All right, so then on Alex's side, Brian, walk us through how do they close out the game here?
So it looks like we're just going to be playing the Ultra Ball here to start with and get maybe a Noctowl. And the Noctowl is hopefully going to get us the Crispin. I think is it just Crispin?
So the trickiest part of this is we do need a way to switch it into the active.
Yeah, that's tough.
Because Latias doesn't help this player on retreat. We need Jet Energy. Unfortunately, we cannot Noctowl for Jet Energy. So we may not actually be able to close out the game here.
It doesn't look like it. It looks like we can just maybe take... I feel like if we don't know if we can get the actual like dub here, I feel like we just Crispin to the active and we just take the knockout, right?
I would tend to agree. And in the sky, this is honestly a huge argument for candies if you had retreated into the Halucha.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because if you are able to candy and then Neo-Uppy this Pult, you're actually in a great position.
Definitely. So it looks like we're going to go Crystal, Puffin.
And I think this is a great option.
Definitely, just because at least we can go into something like the Pidgey, and we can put another Hoot down, so at least we can have follow-up options as well.
The only thing I would like to see instead is instead of Crystal, I would want to see Crispin.
Yes.
Because there's no need to burn your Crystal on this Flareon right now, right?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Looks like we're just going to go into those two, and then we're going to be putting down the Crystal into the energy, and we're going to start powering up this water pond.
Did we play a supporter this turn?
Crispin, I thought. No, we didn't play Crispin. I guess we didn't even search out a supporter.
So that's kind of my question.
Yeah, it's like, why didn't we do that?
Right, why use the Crystal here if we don't need to?
Yeah. So looks like Ryan is surviving the next turn here by playing Lily here. So hopefully we don't get another Dragapult hand here.
I mean, that is going to be the dream because we really need to get like 2 Dreepy down, 2 Duskull down, just something to keep us in this game.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely need something going here.
So then I'm kind of going back to Alex's turn here, and Kenneth mentioned Emma Hagen. And for those who don't know, Emma Hagen is one of the best players in the game right now.
Absolutely agree.
Almost exclusively with EV Box.
Which is probably the hardest deck to do anything good with.
I would agree completely.
I wouldn't touch that deck with a 10-foot pole.
Dude, it's fun.
It is fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But I also would need to grind about 6,000 hours between now and EUIC to feel good about it.
Absolutely agree.
So here's my concern with Alex's playmaking there. And this is one of the reasons why I think Emma Hagen does so well, is decks like this with Noctowl give you so many choices and options.
Yes.
And unfortunately, I think using the Crystal in that way could come back to bite Alex later.
Definitely. So let's see if we have a way out here. We have an Ultra Ball, so at least we can survive another turn here.
Well,
Maybe.
maybe.
Oh, well, I don't know why we're discarding the Monkey Dory here. And the other Ultra Ball? I feel like we need all those things to kind of get a more stabilized board here.
And it makes me wonder what else is in... Oh, we're only getting a Dreepy. What else is in Ryan's hand?
I know. Okay, Stretcher. Stretcher gets us something.
Sure.
Gets us another Dreepy.
Okay, so we haven't lost yet.
Yeah. Pass. Okay.
All right, so for those who I think Murray was talking about rare candy, this is exactly the situation, and Torts talked about it too, where rare candy can be so valuable. Because without candies, you basically just lose. With candy, you do have an opportunity to still win this game.
Definitely. So let's see.
Yeah, Brian, talk us through Alex's turn here. What are they doing?
We have the E-Switch. So I'm wondering if we just... Does the Flareon have a 1 retreat cost?
2.
2 retreat cost?
Which is another reason why playing Crispin last turn, I think, would have been so much better.
Would have been so good. Looks like we're just going to go into the Eevee or the Flareon? I don't know. I'm kind of questioning some of these things here.
I have so many questions.
I have a lot of questions here.
Does anyone have an answer to my question?
Yeah, because it just seems like we're prolonging this a little bit more. And I know Ryan does play rare candy, so I guess we're just hoping that we don't...
And so for those who are watching, this is exactly why we talked about that Crispin turn 1, because now we are getting punished.
Better happen right now, Dan.
Listen, say that it better happen for Ryan, because I think Ryan's the one who's absolutely cooked if it doesn't.
Is the one that definitely needs it, yeah.
So let's see if I'm vindicated on why not to play candies here. But that jamming tower from Ryan is putting in huge work, forcing that E-switch.
Definitely.
All right, so what does Ryan need to hit here, Brian?
Ryan needs a lot of things here. We need Candy Pult, Neo Uppies. That would be like best case scenario.
I think that's like needed at this point in time.
And then if we're able to get like, I don't know, or it's like either that or like I don't even know what else we could possibly get. I mean, CC is like decent.
I mean, I think you hit it right there. It's Candy Pult, Neo Uppie, or we're cooked.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate that this is the space we're at, but it kind of is.
Yeah, so let's see what this recon directive gets us here. All right, those. I don't think those cards are going to help us here.
Well, we do have a Pulse. We have a counter catcher.
Yeah, Murray says playing a cringe deck and leaking this full 60 before doing well. Aura is unprecedented.
I can't really argue
Pulp,
that.
Neo uppy one time. Good thing we burned a bunch of Ultra Balls last turn. And then from the YouTube chat, my girlfriend is just saying hi, hand pink waving.
Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you. Thank you, Koi, for coming and joining the stream today.
All right, so we do see a second recon directive. And for those watching at home are like, but Dan, I thought we needed to play Candy. We did.
Yeah, we did.
We absolutely did.
And the crazy part is that Ryan got the rare Candy off the top, but then he only had enough cards in hand to discard to where he could only have the Pult and the Candy left in hand.
Oh.
So he would have had to discard the Lily and whatever other card was in hand. So.
Oh, that is brutal.
I know. So the way that we kind of thinned the handle this past turn is starting to bite us again. So
getting into stroke tech check territory, you're not wrong.
Definitely.
And so we do see the counter catcher come in, which is important.
What's it gonna say? Liam Halliburton said, "Never scoop to someone older."
I am very offended by that. Extremely.
All right, Dan, next time we pair into each other, I got to use all of my outs when we play.
Oh, God. I'm 6 years past that threshold. All right, well, welcome to the old man chat, apparently, because this is the life we're living.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so, Brian, how does Ryan not lose this game? Because we're moving straight to losing this game territory.
I feel like we've already lost the game here.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right, so, like, what does he do, though? Like, how do we survive? Oh, that's a good way to survive this.
Yeah. And I couldn't even answer your question. Chaz asks if Ryan put both cards to the bottom. I think we might have missed that, to be honest with you.
Honestly, the comment about not scooping to old men or old women killed me.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. It seems like we're kind of in a place where the game is starting to get a little out of hand here. So we'll see what we're working with here. Alex definitely has the tools to do so. So let's see what we're working with here now.
So this is the really good thing for Pult. As we mentioned, it is a horrendous deck for the first 3 turns.
Yeah.
And we are moving into the 4th turn, which means we are about to be the best deck in format.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Alex, they may have provided Ryan the chance to get to that phase of the game.
Yeah, but the crazy part is we have some of the pieces we needed. Did we just play Serrano?
I think we
I
did.
didn't know this deck played Serrano.
Sometimes it plays 1, which right now is not what Alex needed.
Yeah, all Alex really needed was an energy. If we had the energy to get out of the active here, we had the boss in hand for the big play, but...
Well, to be honest, there's an opportunity now for Ryan to clear the water pond and Pidgey from the board, including with an Iono, because we're only down 2 counter catchers so far.
Definitely.
And that could put him in an absolute winning position here.
Yeah, so let's see what we're going to work with here.
This is, how is Ryan still in this game?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about survival. I feel like we should have gotten punished a little bit more here.
So hard.
Yeah.
So very hard.
Yeah.
So, and also with Alex being down or having 4 prizes remaining, Ryan can pop that Dusclops kind of with impunity.
Yeah.
And we are back on Ryan's turn. We see the... Goodness, Brian. We could be cooking here.
Yeah, we really could be. We could be wrong about how this... Oh, Hilda? Is that a Hilda?
No, I better not be.
Yeah. We didn't. Looks like we didn't take it, though.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, I think that is a Hilda, actually.
And I mean, right now, Hilda's fine because there isn't a great way for Alex to take all 3 or all 4 prizes.
Definitely.
It is a Hilda, and it's probably good. And it upsets me.
We get Dragapult uppies here.
Yeah, we probably do, and that's annoying.
Yeah. And that is going to lead...
He does. So Ryan's deck has gone the opposite of mine, where I'm trying to make sure I set up turn 1. Ryan says, of course I'll hit double Buddy Poffin, and he is ready to go turns 2 and on.
Definitely. So it looks like we're going to discard an energy and a Lily here.
And I think for the not cloaking when he still had the candy in hand, it may have been that we were just trying to use that cloak to dig for something else in a minute.
Yeah.
But we do get another Dracloak down. But I mean, Brian, we're about to punish Alex hard.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, we have CC also, so being able to, pop the Dusk Noir here, and then.
And that's true because we can pop Dusk Noir here.
It looks like we can take the full knockout onto the Flareon here, and it looks like we can just start spreading some more damage around.
And I mean, this is so good for Ryan.
Definitely. And then Leo is saying that offended by the old comment too. Dan and I were playing around the same time, 2016-ish, 10 years ago. We are not young.
Listen, I was not 2016, but you're pretty close, Leo. But yes, I am not a child. I have a child, if that tells you anything. But, dude, Leo, awesome to see you here, man. Hope your kids are doing well. You're like 17 at this point. Kidding. I think you have 2 or 3. But so we do see the knockout on Flareon. We see the knockout on Pidgey. And we see the 10 damage come down on the water pond. Ryan's in a position to win the game next turn.
Definitely. So,
how did we get here?
Don't really know. I think we were laughing during. We were laughing a little too much during the crucial setup turns.
Well, I will actually tell you how we got here.
Yeah.
And Kenneth, I'm so shocked Noctowl ran out of steam. So the reason we got here is because Alex gave Ryan 3 extra turns.
Yeah,
that's bad.
I mean, Ryan definitely took advantage of it very well and was able to trap the Noctowl with the Badoo.
Yes, but also Alex using the crystal instead of an attachment on the active Flareon meant, that we couldn't use Water Pond to kind of set Ryan further back.
Definitely, and I feel like just not playing the Crispin was really what kind of brought us to this point.
And, Leo, I'm just going to say we got here by maybe not reading the future board state correctly and seeing lines that may have evaporated based on Ryan's play.
Yeah.
Is that professional enough to say, Brian?
I think that is. Yeah,
okay.
I would say so.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
You gotta phrase it well.
Yeah.
Only I can only call my own play ass, not anyone else's. So this Noctowl deck actually can. Because
does it play Clefairy?
It does not play Clefairy, but I believe we can get there with... Oh, no, we do play Black Belt. Okay. So we can get there with Black Belt.
Black Belt Flareon?
Yes, exactly. Which that is probably not happening this turn.
No,
but we can't get there.
No Eevee.
Correct.
Yeah.
And also, with that crystal being gone, there'd be no way to get 3 energy on that Flareon without Crispin E-Switch.
Definitely. And especially with the fact that even if we do Water Pond this turn, I mean, the 1 damage counter already just means that we're looking to get a knockout here.
And so we have to either get rid of this Dragapult or trap something.
Yeah.
Because if we don't, with that 10 damage on Fan Rotom, we just lose.
Yeah. Definitely.
All right, so then what is Alex getting with this Noctowl, Brian?
I feel like we have to find a trap.
And I tend to agree with that. Like, this is an opportunity where Turo can be huge, where we get out of something like a Sob play. But, I mean, in general, Alex went from being in a dominating position to a horrible one.
Yeah, definitely.
So then talk us through this, Brian. How does Alex get out of this? Like, is it a boss?
I think
is
it's
it
just
something
like,
else?
it's got to be, I feel like you got to like boss Fez Sob.
I think you're right.
Yeah, that might be like the best that we can do. It's like Ryan's probably going to end up drawing a bunch of cards this next turn too. And all we need is an energy at the end of the day. Or not even energy, we need the Turo.
And so this is where my deck would get punished because I do not play Turo.
Yeah.
So being able to stall that Fezandipity over and over and over until we can Torrential Pump to win is a very reasonable play.
Yeah. But it looks like we don't have any other EVs to play with here.
We don't. So this Water Pond
it's going to have to win the game for us.
It is. Or maybe Bear to close out, but like this is not a good spot.
It's not. Just because we need to sob, but we also need to take 3 prizes. So it's like, I don't even know how else we do that.
I think it really is going to be we sob 5 times, and then Gust win.
Could be.
But that's horrible.
That doesn't sound like a very sustainable way to win a game.
It does not.
Yeah.
The one advantage that Alex has, though, is we have used a lot of energy on Ryan's end.
Definitely.
So Latias unfortunately won't do anything because Sob does stop the Fez from retreating.
Yep, up, and we got.
And we have the Turo, and that is game.
Wow.
So as we all expected, Dragapult won.
Yes, Dragapult did win.
I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I did not expect that either. All right, we got more Pult. So we have Eli going back to old reliable Raging Bolt for himself here against Christian, playing the Pult Noir as well.
And then we are actually going to see both players at 1 prize.
Yeah.
And are we able to take the 260 HP bear down from Eli's end?
Let's see. Let's see. We're playing the Sandy Shocks.
I love this Sandy Shocks.
Sandy Shocks is cool. And then look at all these different Terras that we have on the board to work with here as well.
It's actually really cool. Raging Bolt has turned into a bit more of a box deck over the past couple tournaments.
Which is cool. I like to kind of see that just because it kind of... I already thought that the most current iteration of Raging Bolt definitely seemed like the most skill-intensive one, just because it's not like, oh, let's just put all these energies on here and just blow up whatever's in front of us. Because there's different ways around it because of the Baby Bolt being able to kind of snipe stuff and being able to... use other Pokemon to kind of like, win the game that way. But this version of Pult seems to be really Bolt seems to be very promising as well, just because there's a lot of other things you can do as well.
So I agree, and I think the name of the game for Bolt now is flexibility and having additional plays outside of Pult Go Boom Boom.
Yeah.
Or Bolt Go Boom Boom.
Definitely.
And Buckwink, don't worry, Pult is only going to be possibly the best deck in format for the next 6 months. So sorry, bud. That's not ideal.
Yeah, but at least, we lose Gardevoir.
We thank God.
Right?
So excited to see that go.
That's got to be something,
It is. It is indeed. All right, so now this is an interesting position for Moshi. Moshi just attacked with Bear, I assume.
Probably.
Moshi has no Pheasantipity on the board.
Yep. Ooh. Looks like we're going to go for a Sob play here to prevent the Bear loop from happening.
Well, so... here's my thought. I don't even know why we need to do that. The bear wasn't looping.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess we let's see, how would we have won this? Do we have Turo?
So even if we have, I guess if we have Turo, that is plenty for us. But sobbing here doesn't help. There's not a lot it would do.
It kind of just prolongs the inevitable.
And it does remove an energy from the board. So I wonder if it would have been better to go into literally anything else.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we still have bench slots available if we want to go for something like the Latias.
Oh, so actually I stand corrected. With the areas that were under depths down, there is an opportunity for Latias to come down and retreat the bear. So I stand corrected. Eli, excellent job. Well played, sir. So now the question is, does Moshi win the game this turn?
I think he used all his draw already.
I think that was his last Dracloak.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like it. Looks like we're just passing it on here, and then we'll see if Eli can close it out.
And so this is where I'm kind of interested. Maybe it would have been better to keep that energy on the Sandy Shocks.
I don't know. I feel like it's okay, though, because Eli's got Prime Catcher, so all we need is energy. And
I guess that's true.
Yeah,
Yep.
we just need Prime Catcher, and then we win.
And there we go. Prime use Raging Bolt to take a single prize knockout. Moshi is distraught at the outcome there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was actually a pretty close win by Raging Bolt.
Yeah, and I mean, Eli definitely keeping it close here.
He was. And so Raging Bolt allegedly is a bad Pult matchup, but I feel like it's just another one of those decks where you could just run over Dragapult until they can't respond. And I mean, that's how you win most games against Pult.
Yeah, definitely.
It's one of those decks where the longer the game goes on, the more favored you're going to be.
Yep, looks like it.
Which also makes it hard to scoop.
It does. Because it's like you never know like how many turns you really really have in you before you really do need to scoop.
Yes,
Yep.
agreed. And I think it may be a battle cage, and that hurts me deeply inside.
That's like half of the games I get on the ladder are against Alakazam, and they end up playing both Psyduck and Battle Cage down. It's like you're really just fighting for your life just to be able to play the game.
Yes, 100%. All right, so Brian, I'm going to throw this Dragapult up again real quick, and then we can talk about some other decks. But, so, we talked about Moltres being a good inclusion sometimes in Dengo.
Yep.
Turo being possibly a scam card. Torrid has put out a list with 6 energy, which hurts my soul. But the one question I have is we didn't talk about rare candies. So why are rare candies good in this deck? And Murray, I look to you to educate us. Why are rare candies in this deck?
Rare candy is good because, I mean, there are those times where you really do need to get the attack off right away. And either that or it's like you're just far behind and you need to climb back. And rare candy will just get you right there. It's like you have the attachment already. You got all the stuff you need, or you have like rare candy raw in hand, and you can just Hilda for Dragapult uppies, and all of a sudden you have a Phantom Dive.
Listen, don't you wish that hate on me, Ricky Bobby. That is not a play I will ever be able to pull.
Yeah.
So, but I think you're right. It's honestly the second part more than the first.
Yeah.
Rare candy allows you in a position like Ryan was in to respond and still have a chance to win the game.
Yeah,
Early on, you're never going to turn to Phantom Dive.
Never.
But if you're able
it doesn't ever seem like the right play to do as well, just because you're just losing out on so much extra draw power.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the only time is when you can truly punish someone from having a weak setup.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
All right, so then we've talked a lot about a bunch of Dragapult. Brian, should I play Rare Candy in my deck at EUIC? You're also on camera.
Should you? I don't know. I feel like that's something you've been testing for a while.
Hold on. How do I do a poll? I'm going to do a poll here.
Poll
I'm just
would be
curious.
cool. I feel like if I was playing it, I probably wouldn't because I don't feel like I have the proper testing with the card. I feel like for you though, you've been a very big advocate for rare candy.
So I have been at times in the past, and then usually about the time everyone else thinks it's good, I, of course, take a back seat and say, you know what? This card is probably bad. I'm going to figure out the poll later, but I'm going to have everyone vote on what should be in my deck list later.
Maybe we could do a Twitter poll. That might be a little bit better.
Yeah, we can do that.
Or maybe we can have, like, Roth posted from the NRG chat.
Actually, this seems fun.
Yeah.
I would like everyone to pick my deck list for me for EUIC.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right.
Because I feel like if we do it from the NRG Twitter account, it can get us some more impressions.
You know what? Message Roth on that.
Yeah.
I'm actually curious. So
Yeah.
before we move on to another deck that's, actually good, I did want to throw out this other Pult Noir. And so this is another Pult Noir from from Birmingham, and they actually play the Monkey too. And they play Dawn as well. And I think for me, Dawn and Monkey are two really, really good cards that help in specific situations, but aren't as powerful overall.
Yeah, I would say so. Just because I think Monkey is really powerful in stuff like Mirror.
Yes.
And pretty much anything that takes advantage of Monkey, because you can just Monkey battle.
And that's really it. So anything that tries to place damage, manipulate damage, so Grimmsnarl, Guardy to a degree, Mirror, Monkey's so good in there.
Yeah.
But if you're behind an attachment, you can just never use it.
Definitely, yeah. And a lot of people are saying maybe 2 candies, but I feel like 1 candy was probably the play.
So, and here's the tricky part. I think the lower number of candy you play, the lower the opportunity to actually hit it.
Yeah.
Which is problematic.
What's up, Eli?
So this is one of the reasons why I think if you are going to play it, you kind of have to play multiple. And that candy's another card like Hilda. If I see it turn 1, I'm cooked.
Yeah.
That is not going to be helpful.
Yeah, definitely.
But since we've talked plenty about Pult, let's talk about another dragon. Eli, would you like to talk to us about Raging Bolt?
Sure.
And let all 100-some people who are watching this hear all about Raging Bolt?
Sure.
All right, so here, take my headphones, Eli. Eli's going to talk to us about this wonderful deck.
All right, cool.
And so, Brian, I'll let you interrogate.
Yeah. All right. You can head over here,
sitting?
Eli.
Okay.
Yeah. We can talk about kind of some of the stuff that you've been playing and stuff like that in Raging Bolt. So, Old Reliable, you're back on it.
Reliable.
You're back on it. Probably
now.
should have never dropped it, right?
Yeah, debatably.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. But we saw some new things on there. We saw Sandy Shocks.
Yeah,
we saw Water Pond.
Yeah. I keep forgetting that Sandy Shocks is in my deck, and I'm
Yeah.
just discarding my Lightnings. But
Oh,
it's
instead
fine.
of the fighting?
Yeah. I like completely forget that it's in my deck, and like I drew into it, and I'm like, Sandy Shock's E-Switch. Well, if I discard my fighting, I just win here.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, so I guess how do you like this new version of Raging Bolt compared to like the ones that you've placed with in the past?
So it gives you like an actual like chance into all the stage 2s because you're able to water pawn. I prized
okay.
it the last game.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I had like the nuts if my water pawn wasn't prized. But then just if you prize your water pawn, you can just go back into your baby bolt and like you're pretty fine. Especially into Pult, as you saw. Like just how oppressive baby bolt is in that matchup, especially. But yeah, the Sandy Shocks and the Glass Trumpet. Glass Trumpet is so dumb. Just being able to create a board of like 8 energy cards in a turn is so dumb.
Yeah.
And like making sure you have enough energy no matter what. Or it's like I think I had 9 energy on board at one point and was able to keep 4 on my board in that last game, which is just stupid. Like just having infinite amount of all your energy at your disposal is so good.
Do you play a higher Crispin count now? Just so you can kind of get like the water pawns off? Yeah,
so it's 4 Crispin now. So you're like, it's so hard to miss the turn 2 Crispin now, and it's just because you need it for Baby Bolt or your water pawn to get the turn 2 off consistently. And then you play 3 Sada. Because you don't need it until like late game. Because you're very rarely attacking with Big Bolt that early, like ever.
Definitely.
And if you do, you just crisp into it to find your fighting and lightning to be able to take any knockout that you need.
For sure. And then is going first still optimal?
Yeah, because you can't get the turn 1 going second with water pawn unless you just open like your E-Switch, like water energy, Crispin, and the water pawn, or Latias. Like it's so unlikely to do anything going second that you want. So yeah, you just go first, and set up your Noctowl, set up your Hoots, evolve into a Noctowl, get your energy on your water pawn. You play 13 energy now, so like odds you start and energy are insanely high. And you just need 1, maybe 2 to get into the Ditto if you need to. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely seems like it's a more flexible deck. It's definitely got a lot more pieces for it, and it definitely seems like you can do a lot more with it, which is cool. I definitely feel like you kind of need to have the reps into it, though, just because like I feel like you have to kind of adjust the way that you play the deck now that you have all this other crazy stuff kind of going.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I'm like, I'm not used to having water pawn going into it turn 1. Like I said, the Sandy Shocks also, just like having an extra energy. And then for the deck list, it's pretty similar to the one that's been doing well with the water pawn.
Are people able to find that on like Limitless online?
Yeah, if you go to Limitless, if you go to Limitless and look at the what was the last Spanish region?
Merida.
At Merida, it's like the 5th place deck list.
Cool.
And I'm playing like a card or 2 off of it. But
neat.
I will hand it back to Dan.
All right, cool. Thanks for joining us, Eli.
Thank you, Eli.
Yes.
Brian, you already answered all the people in chat.
I will. Yeah, kind of. People are talking about
the candies.
Yeah, people are talking about the candies, and Eli talked about the deck list. So it seems like everybody in chat's been kind of talked about. But yeah, shout out to Chaz saying, I knew the minute I saw Eli playing Bolt, he was going to win.
Eli, would you be open to posting your list for the Bolt?
It's like basically the same thing as.
Perfect.
It's like a card or 2 off.
It's like the Merida. He said it was like the Merida list.
Perfect. So then
it's like a card or 2 off.
Buckwink, I would just look at the Merida top 8 because I think it was top 8, right?
He said it was 5th place.
Yeah, 5th place at Merida. That's going to be the list, plus or minus a card. And if you just want to like bug us on Twitter or something, we can certainly talk about what the other cards may be.
Yeah.
All right, and so let's watch. What is Trevor playing here? Oh, okay. Well, we haven't seen it yet,
So
we're going to have to see it.
Gardevoir?
We are going to see Gardevoir. And for those at home who hate the deck as much as I do, congratulations. We will hopefully watch it lose. But playing into Kangaskhan, this is an interesting matchup.
It is an interesting matchup because I feel like a lot of these decks that were always like really, really good.
Happy to help, Buckwing.
Yeah, happy to help. Oh, where's Dan? So Dan is by the computer because we don't have our main computer guy.
Also, I've always been told I have a face made for radio, so I'm really happy to get Brian all the screen time here. But thank you. Happy to be here.
Yes.
So we are going to see Trevor and Martin, or excuse me, Brian. Does Martin have a good matchup into Guardy?
So like what I was kind of trying to say was like a lot of these decks like the Gardevoir, the Charizards and stuff like that kind of feel like they're getting power crept by these megas because of how big they are.
So
in a way, not like completely, but in a way.
So I would say yes and no. And actually, I agree from a stat standpoint, a stage 1 with 330 HP, a basic with 300, that's bonkers.
Yeah.
But being able to use it effectively is a different question.
Yeah, it's definitely a different question just because it's definitely harder to take care of them, but with stuff like the Monkey Dories and stuff like that, it can make the one-shots a lot easier. And I feel like sometimes with these Gardevoir decks, we kind of have to go back into using stuff like the Drifloon and stuff like that. That's just my opinion, though. I know a lot of people aren't really thinking that way. They kind of just like the jelly control kind of way of playing Gardevoir. That seems to be the trend as of late. I don't know. I was too lazy to kind of learn how to play that version of it.
Well, so actually, the big debate, and I was listening to Tag Team Podcast, so I'm trying to get up to date, which, by the way...
Yeah, shout out to the Tag Team guys.
Yeah, Tag Team guys, great. Andrew Mahone always has positive feedback about the stream.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it, Andrew. Also, just great dude. Follow his stuff. Tricky Jim.
Definitely. And always sitting next to Kevin at Regional.
Apparently always sitting next to Kevin at Regionals. So what they were talking about today is how the actual, like, Drifloon, kind of more pure Guardyless, just with Frillish as an accompaniment, is so strong and just is able to take on anything if it sets up.
Yeah.
And I don't mind that because to me, you know me, Brian, I'm always more about what's the more like pure, clean, like most efficient way to play the game.
Absolutely.
And dropping like techs or chunky parts.
Yeah.
And so for Martin, one thing that smooths out your game is if you're able to play that trolley and just get every Pokemon down you want.
Yeah, definitely. And one of the things I do like about this Kangless is that...
It is Absol, my bad.
Yeah, is that... I mean, the Absol really helps into this matchup against Gardevoir just because you're able to kind of control the hand as well as take advantage of the weakness, which is a very powerful part about this deck as well.
And being able to Iono, Claw of Darkness, one-shot a Guardy, and clear the only draw supporter out of Trevor's hand is disgusting.
Yeah, definitely. So we're going to be using our draw 2 here from the Kang, and... our main goal here is to see if we're able to get something like a TM Energize, but based off what I see here, it doesn't look like we're getting it.
Well, we did Arvin.
We Arvin for it.
Yes, so we should have it unless we made a catastrophically poor decision.
Yeah, so it looks like we do have the Energize here, and it looks like we'll be able to power up this Absol here.
Which is a great start because now next turn, Martin's going to be able to both knock out anything and start to thin resources from Trevor's hand.
Yeah, definitely. And that's the thing I like about this version of it too, is like since we don't see that the Ralts are coming down or anything like that, or there's no immediate threat, we don't really need to power up these Monkey Dories yet. So being able to put the energies straight onto the Absol and start providing that early game pressure, it's going to be very beneficial for Martin's side here.
It is. And one of the bigger deals on Trevor's side is if y'all are looking at his board, this is a Gardevoir deck, not a Monkey Dory deck. Yeah. And there are no Ralts down on the board for Trevor.
Yet. Yeah, so this is going to be a little tough for Trev to kind of come back to do. But, I mean, Gardevoir is the best comeback deck in the game. So if there's any deck that can do it, it's definitely his.
And I would agree, and that also bothers me, but I would agree.
It definitely does. So we're going to see the Lily's Determination come down here. We're going to be drawing 8 cards here, so hopefully we get some playable cards here so we can see Trevor get started here. So we have at least 1 Ralts here, and we have a Nest Ball as well, so we'll be able to kind of get started here. So let's see the Nest Ball come down here so we can do a little bit more of a deck search and see what we're working with here. So it looks like we're going to grab the Ralts with the Nest Ball.
And I imagine that has to be the choice because we need to get 2 Ralts down here.
Yeah, definitely. Just because, you know, there's that imminent threat of any sort of gust happening on one of the other Ralts here. So it looks like we're going to go for that play here.
Which seems fine. We did get a second Dark down on a Monkey, but we right now don't have any way to kind of apply pressure to Martin's board.
Yeah, it seems like the only other way we would be able to get any sort of pressure is if we were able to get something like the Mind Bend off. But since there's free retreat, it doesn't seem like it's that beneficial of a play to even try to do.
And similarly, going against Gardevoir, where you can take advantage of Monkey Dory, you probably don't want to put damage on Martin's board unless you're using it to like close out a KO.
Yeah, definitely. That definitely seems like the play here. So it looks like we're just going to be passing it on over here. And we'll see what Martin's able to do this following turn here. So we're going to go with the Miss Energy down on the Absol, which is huge here. We're going to go in with another draw 2 on the Kang and the active. And it looks like we're going to be able to start using that. Was it Claw of Darkness?
Claw of Darkness. And
yeah, to start taking out some pieces from Trevor's hand here.
What do you think you want to see Martin use Claw of Darkness on?
That's what I'm trying to think about, because Trevor has some pretty decent cards in hand here. I mean, I forget, is it limited? Or is it any card?
You pick a card.
Yeah, so I feel like you take that Lily away then.
I would tend to agree. I think you take the Lily or the Gardevoir away.
Yeah.
Because, or actually the Ultra Ball. I like that choice.
Yeah, I like that choice too, because now this turns off, I mean, I guess it takes away the Fez, the possibility of the Fez.
It does. So rather than Trevor being able to draw into a candy to match that Gardevoir, we're probably going to have to play Lily first.
Yeah, which is tough, unless we get something like an Arvin off the top here, which we, of course, we do.
They always have it,
so
people.
Trevor getting the really good top deck here, so we're going to able to be going for this rare candy Gardevoir here. But it doesn't seem like it's the safest thing as well, just because we're one boss away from losing that Gardevoir EX. So I feel like we still do play the Arvin here and maybe grab something like the Secret Box to start putting some of these Psychic Energies into the discard, if that's still a spec that we are playing.
And spoken like a true Guardy player, yes. I think all of that is a great call.
Yeah.
The downside is, I don't know what we're attacking with this turn.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. I feel like if we can't attack with the Monkey Dory because we do have the Miss Energy, so that's going to prevent the confusion. But it looks like we're just going to go for the Lily here.
What do you think about that call?
I don't know. I feel like it's a fine play because, I mean, you have 8 cards coming in, so you can always just hope that you draw into the Rare Candy Gardevoir. But I don't know. I feel like I'd want the safer play here.
I think what Trevor, and I could be wrong, but I think Trevor's thought with the Arvin is, Arvin would get me exactly the combination I need for Rare Candy Guardy, but it would stop there.
Yeah.
And just Rare Candy Guardy this turn is not enough to enact the game plan I want.
Definitely.
So it's better to either try to get it and supplemental stuff, or just say, I'm not going to attack with Guardy this turn, and that's okay.
Wow, we just get the Secret Box off the top here.
Or we could just do that.
Yeah, and we have like Rare Candy, Ultra Ball in hand as well. Jesus, this hand is actually insane. Like Trevor actually drew.
Bonkers.
He actually drew like the greatest hand on earth.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That's wild. So
That's
multiple
actually,
Psychic Energy to discard too?
Yeah, this is actually such an insane hand.
Listen, Trevor's never going to beat the cheating allegations. That's absolutely insane. And actually, it's so good, we may be able to just hold off on the Secret Box.
Yeah, we might be able to just hold on to it, which is pretty good. But I feel like part of playing it's still pretty a decent play here, just because we're able to... I feel like we can also get like other pieces too. Like I feel like Screamtail is like really good in this.
Well, we already had.
All right, I guess we don't even need it. We don't even need it. Wow.
And then the nice part with this too is we're going to be able to move some of that damage off the Gardevoir with Monkey. Oh, just getting another Monkey.
Yeah, it looks like we're just going to get another Monkey here.
Why do you think that is?
I mean, we have that other Dark Energy in hand, so we might as well start using it here too.
But what are we attacking with?
That's what I'm trying to wonder. That's why I hope that we had some other pieces to work with here, but...
And that's kind of my thing. If we have another thing we can attack... Is that a Mega Diancie?
Oh, we might be using the Diancie.
Did we use every card in our hand except Secret Box?
Oh, wow.
That is
crazy.
Insane. So here is a giant risk, Brian.
This is a giant risk.
Because if we get 6 damage on this Mega Diancie... Absol can just terminal period knock it out.
Yeah, that is true.
And so the nice part is we're going to be able to clean all 6 damage off of it onto... What do you think this goes on to?
No, actually, that's a good question.
Just onto the active? And actually,
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
I don't mind it either.
So why do you think Trevor took it off of the Gardevoir?
I think he's just trying to hope that we don't get a one-shot knockout onto the Gardevoir.
Which, and this is kind of why I'm curious about it, because we are anyway.
Yeah.
We're hitting for 200, hitting for
I feel
weakness.
like you take all the damage off the Diancie, though. That's just my opinion, though.
So I would think so, because now we're 1 dark energy away from clearing it from the board.
Because if we took all of it off of the Diancie, then...
I would have to check with Eli on that, Chaz. I think he does play 2 water, but I can't remember. But so, Brian, then how does Martin punish this?
I mean, we can just terminal period here for 3 prizes.
So we can. There is a downside and a risk to that. Is if we do so, this Absol is absolutely getting knockout in return.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So that's definitely the downside to it.
Oh, but we do see attachment to monkey. So yeah, we will be able to terminal period if we want to.
Yeah.
But actually, looking at Trevor's hand, with only the Secret Box in hand, we're not going to have enough pieces to use it.
I know, it's tough. And all these like health buffs and stuff like that too are starting to pile up here. Like the stadium, the bravery charm, all that stuff, and it doesn't seem like Gardevoir like really plays a lot of ways to get around that anymore.
So they don't, especially because they're so reliant on tools themselves in order to use like a bravery charm with Drifloon or Screamtail or even a luxurious cape. Like you don't want to disrupt that.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Trevor's got it covered.
Yeah.
We do not want to be able to reuse that Pokegear.
Definitely. So we're gonna play the Arven here. We're going to get another Bravery Charm.
Interesting.
E-Switch. Okay.
I mean, that's not bad.
E-Switch is pretty good here, too, because, I mean, it could allow us to use both of the monkeys here.
Thank you, Trevor, for showing us how many cards are in hand.
Yep.
1.
The lone card in hand.
Yes.
The lone card in hand just so happens to be the best card in the whole deck.
It is. But it's not very good if you don't have 3 other cards with it.
That's true, yeah. So we're going to put 3 onto the Diancie here to put it to 6 here, and then we can play the E-Switch, move it to the other side. We can double monkey here, and we are going to put the other 3 onto... Interesting, we're putting it onto the Diancie. I wonder why. I'm kind of confused now.
I'm also confused.
I think we ended up retreating into the Kang, drawing 2, and Petrunt back.
Yes, exactly, which is why the poison marker is now on the Absol.
It looks like we're just going to take a knockout. Are we going to just discard the 1 card in hand?
So I think Martin didn't notice the ability that reduced damage by 30. So I think Trevor and Martin are just kind of talking through that. And obviously, we're playing locals here, guys. We're not trying to, like, rule shark anybody.
Yeah.
But with that Claw of Darkness, we do put that Diancie at, I think... Ooh, we're at 260 HP, so 1 damage remaining.
Oh, wow.
And so, Brian, why do you think that was the right line here?
I don't know if it was the right line, to be honest with you.
Well, so here's a fun thing, Brian. Trevor's going to have to move damage off of this Diancie to even attach more energy to it.
Yeah, that's true.
So this is an interesting position.
Yeah, and I feel like it's fine either way. What do we draw here? That looks like... Is that a Latias?
I don't know. It may be. And Latias is a card that's found its way into Guardy, just to give you a little more flexibility, especially getting into Frillish.
Yeah.
And you can also attack with it.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen the Eon Blade win games before.
Yes. I have used it myself when someone tried to trap it and just slap a whole lot of energy on there.
Definitely. So, looks like we're going to double monkey here, put some damage elsewhere. And it's like, how much HP does this Absol have now with all the buffs here?
So with the Bravery Charm, it is at 330. With the Lively, we are at 360.
360, that's a lot of damage.
It is. Now, granted, you're still going to clear that pretty easily with the Mega Diancie.
Yeah.
And also, the Lively Stadium does increase the HP of Mega Diancie.
Definitely. Oh, that is true. Yeah, that is true.
And so I think that Lively Stadium is good if you're going to use Terminal, period, but we're kind of getting punished for trying to use Claw of Darkness instead.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if we just knock out with the Diancie here. That looks like what we're doing here, and Trevor will be taking 3 prizes here. So
that's a pretty good, man.
That is pretty good.
So, and that's the downside to the Megas. It's like you mentioned, there is power creep, but with an extra prize involved.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the important things, too, is that, you know, the extra prize. So, let's see here.
Oh, and I should probably be changing prizes.
2 onto the King.
Pretty good, pretty good.
That is pretty good. Fez is coming down. Flip the script.
And so this is kind of a tricky position now for Martin because even though that 200 should easily clear this Diancie, I think 172, yeah, we're clearing this Diancie.
Yeah.
We're still going to have to attach E-Switch to do so, which means we're not going to be able to monkey next turn,
yeah.
which means we may be in a really tough spot.
Definitely. We don't have any sort of extra, like, attacker, too. That's the other thing that we have to think about as well.
So the one nice thing is that Petrarunt is a fantastic late game attacker.
Yeah, definitely.
So if Martin does need 2 prizes, Petrarunt could definitely clean that up on the Gardevoir EX.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So Martin's just kind of thinking about what we want to do here, just because we don't really have any easy way to attack here without the E-Switch. So it looks like we're just going to play the Lily so we can get 6 fresh cards here, and then hopefully we can find a way to either attach E-Switch or some sort of other way to kind of get an attacker going here.
And that's the tough part. Now, with only 2 energy down on the board, we haven't actually missed an attachment all game. But with that 2 energy down, we're in a position where if, like, we're not going to be able to attack with anything else.
Yeah.
Outside of this Kangaskhan. Now, granted, if this Kangaskhan goes down, we lose anyway. But we really want to be hitting with something else, especially into Gardevoir.
Definitely. So let's see what we ended up drawing here. Trying to read Martin's face here, but I'm not getting a good read on how he's feeling about the current hand that we have in here.
Buckwick, I would give yourself a little more credit, but we have also seen a few misplays here across the board.
And that's why we like to have these recorded too, because there's a lot of players that come through to the shop that actually use this as their way to VOD review.
Yeah.
And I've had a lot of people like kind of reach out, be like, hey, like we kind of noticed like this and this, like what do you think of this play or this play? Or like had times where they're like, oh yeah, it's like what kind of things did you notice during like this turn and stuff like that. So it's definitely been a good learning opportunity for a lot of our players because they're able to directly watch what kind of happened on the stream and see and learn from it.
And the number one way y'all are going to improve at the game, and I say y'all, I include myself, is by watching and learning from your mistakes.
Definitely.
And either like doing it live when you play or, like you said, Brian, coming back and being able to watch yourself on stream.
Yeah, it's been a while since I got to play on the NRG stream, but like I remember when doing it, like I would actually try to watch through all the VODs and stuff like that in the games that I was playing on. And it was definitely very helpful hearing all the stuff that everyone was kind of saying.
I only have one stream game I refuse to rewatch, and that's when I thought I had already used my V-Star with Arceus at Milwaukee a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And it cost me game 3 of the set.
It's okay. You made up for it.
I try to. But yeah, every now and then you just burn the game film sometimes.
Yeah, you've made up for it. You've definitely gotten your fair share of stream wins from there on.
I've attempted to.
Yes.
But speaking of, it looks like Trevor's in a pretty good spot for his stream win right now because that monkey's going down.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So then, what is Trevor's game plan from here? What is his win condition?
Yeah, I mean, he's in a good position here just because he needs to get either the knockout on the Kang here or 2 separate knockouts. So it looks like he's going the 2 separate knockout route here is what I would be thinking. But either way...
And I think that's a good question because we could go for the 1 knockout on Kang to close it out, or simply knocking out this Monkey Dory and then setting up to knock out either Latias or Pecharunt with Guardi EX is probably plenty.
Yeah, definitely. And that's the nice thing, too, is that with all these monkeys in play, we're definitely able to kind of make that happen here. So the Mew EX is going to be here for the extra draw power. You can just kind of see from here.
And I mean, Mew EX is good for the draw power, especially since our hand is 0 right now.
Yeah.
But also, it is such a good attacker since Guardi can accelerate to it.
Yeah. So let's see. Looks like we're just going to restart here. Draw 3. See what we get.
I can't see what we got.
Latias,
I did see a
Next
Latias.
Stretcher, something else.
I mean, or Jelly. But I mean, that's probably all the pieces he needs to win the game
Yeah,
here.
definitely. So we're going to go with the double monkey here. We're going to move 6 off. Let's see where we're going to be moving it.
I mean, if it were me, Brian, we're probably slapping it on Kang, right?
Yeah, I would think so too.
Especially because, actually just moving it onto the monkey to clear it from the board.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, it's doing well for Trevor because limiting the amount of damage counters on Martin's side of the board means it's less damage for him to work with.
Yes. And I think this is something you should keep in mind when playing against Guardi, especially with Polt or something. You may think you're trying to set up for a multi-prize turn, but any damage you leave is fuel for them to return.
Definitely, definitely.
All right, and so we see the knockout. Trevor goes down to 2 prizes. How does Martin take this game back?
Yeah, I'm trying to wonder, too, how we do it, but don't know entirely. Because, I mean, we weren't able to get the attack off here anyways, and it seems like we're a little behind here because we need to take 5 prizes here in the next few turns, and this Diancie's been putting in a lot of work.
It has. And so we are going to be able to do that in 2 attacks. The issue is Trevor can win the game in 1 attack.
Yeah, definitely. So it looks like we're going to be doing both the Kang and the Fez draw here. Drawing a lot of cards here, but it doesn't seem like we're able to get much out of it here.
No, and that's the tough part. You are seeing a bunch of cards, but it doesn't matter if those cards suck because they actually need to be what you need. And right now, we need energy, E-switch to even attack.
I know, it's tough. It's tough. I don't know.
I think that is exactly what Martin is thinking right now. This is tough. This is tough. What do I need? But, dude, this is a rough position, especially when he was so dominating with that Absol early. And so for those watching this game and wondering, A, WTF is happening, B, how did we get here? One of the biggest things to make sure you do is check your math and be careful and precise about your decision making. Martin had the knockout on Diancie early if he had chosen to use Terminal Period rather than Claw of Darkness.
Yeah, definitely. That would have definitely changed the game here because now, like, if that happened, Martin would still probably have an extra attacker.
I think if that happened, Martin's just wins the game. Yeah. Because in that Blood Moon Ursaluna doing 240, that is going to be enough to clear, but we're going to just be able to respond and win the game.
We would just respond with Mew.
And that's kind of tough, so Trevor put himself in a winning position there.
Yeah, definitely. So we can just retreat out, and then we can attach to Mew, and we can copy the Blood Moon, and we can win the game.
Exactly, because that Blood Moon attack can be used at any point.
Yes.
You just only use it late because you don't want to attach 5 energy for it.
Yep, so we're going to use the monkey to help out with that so we can fully get the damage off here.
So, and it should be noted, Blood Moon does have 290 health, but moving that whole 60 is going to be plenty to clear it out.
Yep, so we're going to knock out with 300 health here. And, yep, tough.
We had a lot of cards in hand and just not a ton we could use.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so, Brian, what are your thoughts coming out of that game?
Yeah, I mean, it just shows that, like, one small, I guess not really too small, but one misplay can really punish you for the end of the game. And it's crazy, too, because it seems like both players could have easily gotten punished at certain points of the game.
100%.
Yeah, but, you know, the way that it kind of went, like, Trevor was just able to kind of run away with it just by keeping that Diancie alive as long as he was able to.
And I think that's something Martin could have done. Oh, you're fine, Lane. Lane is coming back in here because apparently they need to sell things at this store, not just have us talk.
I'm sorry.
You're good. So one of the things I think Martin missed too is that Trevor did only have the one card in hand.
Yeah.
But we didn't need to Claw of Darkness there, because even if that one card is a draw supporter, that is the extent of what Trevor's doing that turn, is just seeing what comes off that draw supporter.
Definitely.
So then, Brian, is there anything else you saw from that game?
Yeah, I mean, that was the main thing that was like the really big thing, is that not having that, or like not setting up the secondary attacker like fast enough. Yeah, those are really the only things, because like Martin was definitely set up to win that game from like the start.
He was. And so we're talking about Gardy. This is Henry Chow's Gardevoir list from Merida Regional. And y'all, I hate this deck. I hate it so much. But it is incredibly strong. You have a thick Gardy line. You have Screamtail, Frillish, Clefairy, and Mew as your attackers. And I mean, Brian, that's all you need.
Yeah, definitely.
So why is this deck so strong?
I mean, it just, you have so many ways to manipulate damage. You have ways to attack with single prizers. You have psychic-based item lock. You have draw. You have the Clefairy to help with the Dragapult matchup. There's just so many ways that you can just dominate games with this deck. It's crazy. And now that we have stuff like the Lively Stadium, I wasn't even thinking about the Lively Stadium buffing up the Screamtail, making the damage a lot higher with that.
That's so gross.
Like, I didn't even think of that. And it's like, you don't even really need that many item-based, like, HP modifiers, but it's like you have like the Bravery Charm and the Lux Cape, and that with the Screamtail can pretty much take these huge 3-prize knockouts as well. So you have a lot of things that you can kind of do.
Absolutely. Tao Sheng saw a comment that Chow's Guardy list will have a longer list of day 2s and a CVS receipt. That's fantastic.
I don't know. I feel like the who's that? The Australian player.
Brent Tonneson?
Yeah, Brent Tonnesson's like original like Guardy list from like the beginning of this rotation block.
The Brixty?
Yeah, the Brixty. That one had like the longest Limitless page I've ever seen.
There was that, and there was a Dragapult list recently, or a couple months ago, that had the same thing.
I think the only other list that I could think of that had just as long of a Limitless page was the original, the Reagan Retzlaff single strike Lugia list.
Yes.
Yeah,
that was insane.
That one also had like a really long like Limitless page too.
Just absolutely wild.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go back to Brian, your beautiful face. Because also, this is a good chance for us. I'm just going to, do you want to scoot over a seat real quick?
Yeah.
Or just scoot over a chair. I'll just pop in.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dan. It's nice to meet you. But I wanted to check in because you guys have been hanging out with us, and I appreciate it. So I have to do the good content streaming thing and say you should follow us and like us. And Brian, what is it? Is it like and subscribe on YouTube? Is it subscribe on Twitch?
I think it's like and subscribe on YouTube, and then it's like and it's follow and subscribe on Twitch.
Guys, I don't do this very often, but yes, follow us on Twitch.
Twitter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. So we have NRG TCG on Twitter. That's where we talk about all this stuff. Also, that's where you and I yap and I post somewhat. Yes, follow us on Twitch if you want to subscribe. Wonderful. We don't get paid for it, but if you want to feel generous, sure. But really follow us. And then on YouTube, like, subscribe. We're on a couple different channels. And just the more you guys do this, the more we justify to Norm we should keep doing this. Yeah. We would love to keep doing it.
Definitely.
All right, so Brian, we got one more round coming up here. Is there any deck we haven't seen you want to make sure we see?
I'm surprised we haven't seen any Goldango yet.
Well, Vocati, we are so happy you are here. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, we're here every Thursday, 6:30 Central.
Yes, and we are going to be here on EUIC Eve next week, too. You're going to be here, right?
I'll be here.
All right, beautiful, because I won't. But so you said Dengo.
Yeah, we haven't seen any Goldango yet.
God, I would love to not see any Goldango in UIC.
I would hope you don't see any either.
No. What we saw last round as the backup stream was Festival Lead. And Festival Lead is now 2-1, so we should put some Festival Lead on.
Festival Lead would be pretty cool to watch.
Yes, which that is another deck that may be a top-tier deck come rotation.
Yeah, which I never really thought would ever happen, but that deck seems to be really good going into rotation.
Yes, Pokepad is a good card.
Pokepad is a good card, that's true.
All right, so then we've got a minute or two while we still get set. Chaz, thank you. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow on Twitch and X.
Yeah.
You can prime sub if you want. Like I said, we don't get paid
Not
for
necessary, but it would be appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely. Even just following is great. Thank you. I'm glad Chaz has our back.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so Brian, we got EUIC next week. What do you think is going to win?
That's tough. I mean, what's won the last few events?
So
Dragapult?
it's actually been a split. Polt
Yeah.
won Birmingham.
Yeah.
Grimstar won Merida.
That's an odd one.
Gardy won Toronto.
Yeah.
So it's actually pretty wide across the
Yeah.
top 5 or 6 decks.
I don't know. I feel like I'm just going to give the basic answer, and I'm going to go with either Gardy or Dragapult.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, I don't think Goldengo is going to win it. I feel like too many people are going to have Goldengo hate in their decks. So I think that's probably... Yeah, I think it's probably going to be Dragapult, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, Polt
So
or Gardy.
do we think Moltres is in the winning list for Polt?
I will say yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to say yes.
So that's the bold pick for the day.
Yeah, I think that is the bold pick of the day because I think people would rather just make their lives easier in that matchup.
Yeah.
Instead of like truly working for it and just like hoping that their opponent doesn't draw as well as they do.
Listen, if you can put a tech in my deck that makes me not have to think during the matchup, I am all for it.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No, and I agree. I think, Dengo won Auckland. Thank you. And also, Dengo won Stuttgart a while ago. I think so.
Oh, okay.
Early in the format. I know it's won another regional recently. Daniel Magda, I believe.
Okay.
But yeah, I also would think against Dengo. I don't know if this is true, but I'm going to say it just to be different from your stance. I'm going to say Charizard. I think Charizard, knocked out Charizard is going to win only because it doesn't hit any Polton top cut.
Yeah, I can see that. And I feel like a lot of the Zard lists have gotten like better into the Dragapult matchup too. I feel like the matchup's not as bad as it used to be.
So there is a list that, for the sake of my soul, I'm not going to post here, although you guys should check it out. Tord put it out, and then Sejun from South Korea put it out.
Yeah.
But there's a Charizard list that includes Psyduck and Mist Energy and Battle Cages and just everything.
Wow.
Ah, yes, Charizard knocked out. Okay, thanks, Chaz. Chaz has our back.
Yeah.
And Poltar Grimmsnarl, living, saying no Grimmsnarl love. No. I will not love that deck. It is still bad.
Yeah, I feel like it's just like, I know the two of us both agree on the fact that like no onboard draw
Yes.
is like the thing that we just don't like the most about the deck. It's very powerful like on paper, but it's just no onboard draw. Just makes it a little too inconsistent for us to like think that it could really make a big run because it's just asking for too much to kind of go your way. And if you're not able to kind of do that, then you're not going to be in a good spot.
Moshi, the dream is for Polt by Dan Huger to win EUIC, but to be honest, I'll take whatever success.
If you're able to make top 4 and get your Worlds invite off of it, that would be the dream.
That would be the dream.
That would be the dream. Or even any sort of good placement that could just get you the points that you need.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I will take top 4 if people are willing to vote for me for top 4. That's fine.
Definitely.
No, and actually, that's one of the reasons why I'm going to EUIC instead of another one.
Yeah.
Is because even though there's literally 5,000 people registered for the tournament, like, a top 64 is worth infinitely more than a 64 to 2,000 person regional.
Yeah, definitely.
And Felix, thank you very much for the feedback, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate that.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Definitely.
And I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to London for the
yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I know.
I get to hang out with my friends, play some Pokemon.
I know. We had so much fun last year when we went. Like, it's funny, too, because, like, whenever Trevor and I do, like, the stream whenever you're out, we always like to do a little section where we talk about, like, regional survival 101 because we always have like there's always
I'm gonna go check the parents quick, but yes,
there's
keep going.
always like 1 or 2 like new people that kind of like say that they're going to X event for the first time and stuff like that. And we sort of like talk about it's like, you know, I mean, you're there to have fun anyways, so like these are some of the things that we do at X location when we go there. So I think the last time that I talked about it was with Moshi and we talked about how to have fun in Toronto. So it's like, yeah, there's definitely like, I mean, you're there to have fun. Obviously, you're there to compete, but you're also there to have fun. So definitely make the most out of the area that you're in and try to enjoy the touristy stuff as well.
And I mean, I appreciate that because I think that's the fun part of getting to travel like this.
Yeah,
is
exactly.
You get to actually like enjoy and see new places.
Yeah, like I wouldn't have gone to any of these places if I wasn't playing this game in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so for those who are kind of like trying to enjoy the game, getting into it, I would say the game itself is awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
But dude, the most fun part is God, I'm going to say it, Brian. It's the friends you made along the way. But legitimately, like, I don't, as much as I love Pokemon, I'm not going to play it just for Pokemon. I play it now because I love hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
We get to do this. We get to,
know.
like, see friends. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's like I wouldn't have met all the people that I encounter on a weekly basis if it wasn't for this.
Yeah, absolutely. All right,
Besides Trevor, because I went to college with Trevor.
Well, okay.
Yeah, but besides that, like,
fair.
yeah, definitely.
So unfortunately, we did not have any festival lead on here. Instead, we're going to go with the people who are 3-0 to play it out, which is reasonable.
Which is fine, yeah. Then Jurassic Rex TCG saying 301 with Grim Snarl and first in my Friday night challenge.
Nice.
Very solid, very solid. Challenge dub is hard.
Yes.
Because, you know, getting a challenge dub pretty much means you cannot lose any games.
Correct.
And even tying a game puts you, like, into, like, some weird territory with, like, resistances and stuff like that. So, honestly, I feel like arguably, like, winning a challenge is, like, harder than, like, winning, like, some of these other local events like cups and stuff.
So I will tell you, I have won one challenge in the past 3 calendar years.
I think me too.
Yeah.
And I think the only challenge I won was because it was during the Baltimore weekend that all of you guys were out. So I was able to farm, like, an easy win from it.
Nice.
Yeah, because I was only playing against, like, Toad Scroll and, like, stuff like that. Toad Scroll before it was good.
That's fair. That's fair. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to show Greninja versus Gardy because that just doesn't sound pleasant for anyone involved.
Is
So
that Ryan versus Trevor?
it is Ryan versus Trevor. So
Sounds awful.
sorry, Ryan. But what we are going to show here is Raging Bull versus Alzard because this is actually 2 Noctowl decks, which is really interesting.
It definitely is, yeah. And I've always liked this matchup too, just because as soon as, like, one prize is taken, Zard becomes a big threat to Raging Bolt.
Yes.
Because it's starting to be able to take out stuff like the Ogre Pawns, and the Ogre Pawns become also a very big threat to the Charizard. So it's kind of like a fight between those two. It's like, which attackers do you kind of prioritize and stuff like that? But this is cool for the people that have been wanting to see Eli's deck because we get to see a full game of it.
Exactly. And Eli's deck with a Fan Rotom turn 1, which is a huge deal.
The one thing I hear the most from Eli is whenever he loses a game, the number one reason he loses the game is because he doesn't start Fan Rotom. And that goes to show how powerful Fan Rotom really is.
I mean, it's a pretty big deal.
It is a very big deal.
So I can understand that. And at the same time, ideally your deck can be durable outside of a turn 1 combo.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
And I think for me, that's part of the concern about playing decks like this and my own bias. Like, I'm okay if my deck sucks for a turn or 2. But decks where if you whiff the turn 1 combo, you're kind of out on an island. To me, that just adds a lot of stress to my day.
Yeah, definitely does. So we're going to see the start here. Eli starts pretty solid here.
That's an incredibly good start.
Yeah, definitely. So let's see what we can do here. Buddy Poffin's going to come down here. We have the Pidgey in the active here with the Jet Energy, so we could go for the Call for Family if needed. So it looks like we're just going to search through the deck, see what else we can kind of find here. Hopefully we can get something like the Fan Rotom here as well. Kind of go see where we can take it from here. So it looks like we're actually going to be eyeing the Shaman as a potential Pokemon to put down here as well. So it looks like the Buddy Poffin is going to grab double Charmander.
Oh, actually, this may not be Alzard. This may be Pidgeotzard.
Yeah, it might be Pidgeotzard. And
yeah, because there's a bunch of battle cages there.
Yeah, and it actually might look like we might go for... We do have the TM Evo here as well. This could be a possible either Call for Family or TM Evo play. And we do see the Battle Cage here as well, which is kind of crazy. But looks like we're just going for the Evo here.
I mean, that seems...
Oh, no,
it is a Call for Family. Okay.
All right, I like that.
And that Shaman is a huge deal because that will protect the board from the torrential pump.
Definitely. And I feel like it's good that we're starting to see some respect for the Water Pond here. I feel like that's a card you really do need to respect. And a lot of people don't. Just because, I mean, it's hard to put into play. 80 HP, you can't search it out with Buddy Poffin, stuff like that.
No, and it's a really good point. And I think it is such a powerful attacker that needing some way to cope with it is good. But you're right, it's not easy to find.
Yeah, definitely. So,
side note, great design by the Pokemon Company to make you work harder for that. Absolutely. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we definitely needed a bench barrier, but I like the way that they made this bench barrier Pokemon different from Manaphy because for the people who didn't play with Manaphy, Manaphy pretty much protected anything on your bench. But this new Shaman card only protects non-rule box, which is a good kind of change.
And it should be noted that Terra Pokemon are also protected.
Yeah, so that's also another thing. So like Terra Pokemon are pretty much protected by bench barrier, period. Which I remember hearing about the Terras at first and people being underwhelmed with that was the only effect that they did, which is rightfully so.
Yeah, still true.
It's just like not like a very interesting mechanic for them, but it seems to finally show some dividends now that stuff like the Manaphy are not in the format anymore. Definitely.
And I think with stuff like Water Pond coming out into play, with stuff like Screamtail being more a part of the game, having that shield from the bench is actually much more powerful than it was in the past.
Yeah, definitely. So we're going to put the Teal Dance down here, put an energy onto the Ogre Pond here, and it looks like we might just take the knockout, I think.
Which is fine.
Yeah, and I like how Eli is already adjusting to the things we were talking about earlier, where he's like, yeah, I need to make sure I'm discarding my fighting energies so I can get the most out of the Sandy Shocks.
Yeah. And I mean, that Sandy Shocks is a great inclusion. It just reduces the burden of your energy acceleration later in the game. Yeah. Makes it more likely you can boss or something rather than needing to Sada.
Definitely. Absolutely agree.
All right, so how does Rafal respond to this? I don't know if catastrophe is the right word, but catastrophe that's occurring here.
So, I mean, he's got a decent start here. I mean, he's got the Pidgeotto that's got free retreat. He's able to search out another basic, so he can search out, ideally, like Fez, Pidgeotto, like Zard. And if he's able to, run into, a rare candy off of a Fez, that could get him there,
And it can. I think that's the issue is if we don't have a rare candy, is Eli going to outpace Rafal a little too quickly?
Definitely. And I think that's one of the things that he's going to end up risking. But I feel like that's something you can do either way.
And I guess it's also what's the other option? Because we do have a Buddy Poffin in hand, but I don't think we saw anything else.
I don't know what the Buddy Poffin realistically can grab us, though.
Exactly. Honestly, it's probably smart for Rafal to hold it 2 Ultra Ball away if he draws into that off of Fez.
Yeah.
So then, do we just need to hit Candy here, or is there something else we're digging for?
Ideally, you can hit Candy. I mean, that's the #1 thing we want to hit more than anything. Let's see. We're going to play the Fez. Let's see what the flip grabs us. We don't get it. I know, it's tough. We do have candy.
Oh, we do? Okay.
Okay, so we do have candy. I thought that was a judge for some reason.
Oh, interesting.
I know, Rolf likes the older arts for those, but yeah, we're going to go for the Pidgeotto for the free retreat. We're going to put down one of the Charmeleons, and then we're going to end up doing Candy Zard on the other guy here.
So the one question is, do we have something like a counter catcher? Because right now, Zard is doing 210 and not knocking out that Raging Bolt.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we have one.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So we are able to use Charizard's ability.
Yeah,
and
so
also,
Infernal Rain's going to attach 3 energies here.
While Rafal's searching, we should also note that this is the second week of our League Invitational Series. So I guess I'm not supposed to say Energy Series, whatever.
Yeah.
But we are setting up for another Invitational this June. We're going to carry it through the rest of the Pokemon season. And each week, players can win and add points to qualify. And so the top 16 point earners across the season, along with auto qualifiers from our challenges and cups, they will all have the opportunity to compete for what last December was $1,000 prize pool, which is pretty cool.
It's a lot of store credit, and I know we were talking to all the people that ended up winning store credit, and it's seeing all the stuff that they wanted to spend money on and all that stuff. So there's a huge pool of store credit that was able to go out to all the players, and they definitely got to work hard for it as well. And it was cool too because a lot of the people that really like coming out to the shop for our 1Ks, like Danabara, who ended up winning it, who live farther away and can't come up here as often, just end up doing well at one event, coming up here, and then just winning the Invitational.
Sure, yeah, because why not? Yeah. And I was going to note what I was saying. And also, speaking of auto qualification, we have officially scheduled our League Cup for the quarter. So,
perfect.
Yeah, March 8th is a Sunday. It is the first weekend Ascended Heroes will be legal for play.
You said March 8th?
March 8th. So it's a Sunday. It is the weekend of Puerto Rico, but Puerto Rico does not have a stream.
I might not be able to do that one.
Brian.
I know.
Brian.
I know.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But so we will have our cup that weekend. Like I said, it's the first weekend of Ascended Heroes, so we want to get people a chance to play with the new format as early as possible. And obviously, we'd love y'all to come watch if you're not going to be able to come play.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
All right, so I've done enough advertising. Brian, what the heck is Eli trying to pull off this turn?
Eli is trying to make the money play here. He's got the prime catcher, so I mean, he just needs to.
What is the money play?
The money play is you got to take out that big Charizard.
And so that's actually the interesting thing. Right now, Eli can't.
Yeah.
Because Charizard only has 1 energy on it. And so Ogerpon, with the 3 energy, the 4 energy between the two, is only hitting for 300.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Moshi, we did start out with you. I know, I'm so sorry. We did not include you, but you're in Iowa. Why are you in Iowa?
Yeah.
All right, so then the money play may not happen. So what is another play for Eli here?
Yeah, I mean, we can always go for another play on, like, the Fez, or we can take out the Pidgeotto. I feel like those ones are also, like, fine Pokemon to kind of take out as well for knockouts, just because those also provide a lot of utility as well. Just because if you take away the ability to quick search before you're able to quick search at all, that's also another benefit that you can kind of go with as well. So looks like we're just going to go for... you might just go for the Raging Bolt knockout on the active here to preserve the Ogerpons on the bench.
I actually don't mind that, especially because we get back on even prizes.
Yeah, that was my main thing too. And it's a one-prize threat that could take care of those Ogerpons as well. So I feel like that's another thing that we kind of have to think about as well.
Yes. And so Ogerpon being weak to fire, that Chi is typically in there for Goldango, but it does work really well against Teal Mask Ogerpon.
Yeah, and another thing too is that Roth hasn't taken a prize yet.
Correct.
So Eli going down to 4 before Roth goes down to 4 inevitably means that he is kind of like a turn ahead.
100%. Because even if Rafal does take 2 prizes this turn, Eli has plenty of time to respond.
Yeah, absolutely. He has other ways to respond too, just because even though this Raging Bolt might get knocked out, he's got an Ogerpon that's waiting for its opportunity to get knocked out as well.
And so we are benching a Psyduck, pretty sure just to thin out the deck.
Just to thin out everything, yeah.
But without a Dusknoir, Briar isn't going to do enough to help Rafal skip ahead.
Yeah, definitely. So let's see. At least we got to thin out pretty much the hand here. Let's see what we draw. The nice thing about this is that Roth will be able to draw 8 cards here still.
And that is a big deal to kind of stack his hand, since Bolt will play a Judge, but usually not much disruption besides that.
Definitely. Let's see what we go with here. We get another energy for the Zard for the knockout, but I don't know if that's the way we want to go about it. Ideally, I feel like we'd want another single prizer taking this Raging Bolt out. So you have to make Eli kind of use a, make him use like a Gust or something like that to take out whatever's in the active.
And so this Raging Bolt does have 140 damage, so it only needs 100 damage for a knockout here.
Definitely.
To be honest, this is a time where if we could attack with Pidgeot, I don't think it'd be bad at all.
Definitely, yeah. And I mean, being able to attack with Pidgeot, also bump the stadium, that's also like another benefit too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And listen, Moshi, just come over here and win a challenge when work is done, and that'll be fantastic.
Yeah, definitely.
And so now, what does Rafal get here? Do we get the Charizard? Do we go with something else?
That's tough. I feel like, though, we've burned through so much of the deck already. I feel like, I don't know if we have the resources, per se. We don't have the resources in the deck. I don't see the energy in the deck to make another Charizard play kind of happen.
And that's the issue.
That is the issue.
The ability's so good, but only if you can actually accelerate energy.
Yeah. So I think we do need to reveal that card.
Yes, it is a Charizard.
It is Charizard.
And so we can Pidgeot for Quick Search.
Yeah.
For Super Odd.
We could.
But then we got to get the Chi-Yu back.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like a good play.
Well, we do have an Ultra Ball to do so.
Yeah.
And so my question, Brian, is what is a better play?
It's tough. I feel like did we support already? We played the Lily, right?
We did.
I feel like a better play is you just I don't know. I feel like if you're just able to go like CC, like Ogerpon. I feel like with the Charizard and attach the energy for turn, I feel like that's the play I would have done.
And I don't think that's bad.
I don't think it's a bad play. I don't know if it's optimal either.
I think what Rafal may say, and this is something I was talking with shoot, who was it? Martin a little earlier about the Chi-Yu, is if you can go into the Chi-Yu and they leave it alone, you can just use it the next turn.
Yeah, definitely.
And so why do you think Rafal isn't using the Chi-Yu?
I feel like it's just taking a lot to get it back out because you need like the resources to get. You need to put the energies back, and then you need to put the Chi-Yu back also.
True, and it looks like we are going to go with the Pidgeot attack here,
which is interesting. I like this though, being able to put the miss energy onto it.
I would agree, and also we are preventing our Charizards from being in range of a 3-energy Ogerpon.
Yeah, I do like that part too. So. I mean, if anything, we're going to lose... I mean, we could lose the Pidgeot here if we get another like big Raging Bolt play on, but it's going to take a lot of effort to do so.
And if we do get a big Raging Bolt play, we're probably going to clear a bunch of energy from those Ogerpons. So Charizard could knock out the other Ogerpon with energy, coupled with Disruption.
Yeah.
Rafal could be back in a good spot.
I do like this play from Rafal, though. I definitely like the way that he kind of approached it.
I do too. I'm going to be honest. I think I still would have liked the single prize attacker more to force Eli to 3 prizes.
Yeah.
But this is good.
I mean, I don't know if he had the resources to do it. And I think that's kind of like why he did it. Because I feel like there's only so many things you could do with the Super Rod. But I don't know.
Well, and I think he had an Ultra Ball in hand.
Yeah.
So I think it was a play, but maybe something good to check with him afterwards.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so then how does Eli respond?
Well, Eli can respond by trying to go like Gust onto the... He can either go for like a Gust play on one of the Charizards if he's able to load up extra energies with like a Teal Dance plus an attachment with a boss, or we could try to go for another big like Raging Bolt knockout to take out the Pidgeot.
Which is pretty good,
Yeah,
I think
the
either
Ultra Ball
way.
needs to get the Fez here though, because we definitely do need more resources in the hand.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Looks like we're gonna grab something here. And then it says Aldrich saying Ralph hasn't shuffled his deck yet. When was the last time he shuffled for?
I think it was off of the search with Infernal Rain.
Could be. We can check in with him about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But so with the Crispin for Eli, we are going to be able to get 2 energy and a retrieval.
And a retrieval. So it looks like that's going to grab a lot of the energies that we need.
And I think Eli's probably going to over-energize one of these Teal Mask Ogerpon.
Yeah.
To be able to knock out this Zard.
That's what I would think as well.
Oh, okay. Let me just yell at Rafal. Rafal, did you shuffle your deck after the Infernal Rain?
I think so, but I'll do it again.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, Rob.
In case you didn't hear the response was, I think so, but I'll do it again. So just being safe here.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so then, Brian, we've got the energy down. We're going to be able to Teal Dance. Like, do we just say if we knock out a Charizard, we're going to win?
Yeah, but my main thing is how are we going to get... Oh, we have the Prime Catcher.
We do.
Yeah,
we do have the Prime Catcher.
The Prime Catcher is going to get it there.
Which is why Eli went into the Ogerpon with less energy, so we could retain that energy.
Yeah, which is good. So we are going to go for the extra energy here. We do have that. Let's see here. We're going to play the Prime Catcher.
Which is pretty good. Pretty good.
Good. I think with the Pidgeot, you have an option to Stadium Bump, right?
Yes, you do not have to bump the Stadium. You can if you would like.
It's like Lugia.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like Lugia.
And we do see the knockout from Teal Mask Ogerpon on the Charizard. Yeah. Eli going down to 2 prizes. I mean, and now he's got to feel like he's in a winning position.
Yeah, definitely, because there's other things that he can do to kind of clean up these last 2 prizes. I mean, we can go for the big Raging Bolt play. He was kind of mentioning how like you can just load up a bunch of energy with glass trumpets.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, that's like one of the things he was saying. He plays 11 energy. You could load up a lot of your bench Pokemon with glass trumpets. You also have stuff like Gust Bear. Gust Bear can win you the game too. Stuff like that. So there's definitely a lot of options that Eli does have to winning this game.
And so this is another time when I think having that single prizer would be so good, because if Eli moves around the Chi-Yu, you just go straight back into it, take a 2-prize knockout here, and then Iono down to 2 and say, did you got it?
Yeah, figure it out.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it looks like he might be looking for it, potentially, or it looks like we're just going to be putting Zard and Energy back in.
So what am I missing with not going with that Chi-Yu play?
I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah. Because I feel like, I mean, if we had 2 Super Rods, we could have definitely made this play happen.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Maybe that is a question for later. But if y'all have an idea of what we're missing, please let us know.
Yeah, definitely. Because we're definitely not always correct on a lot of these things.
No, we're always correct, Ryan.
Are we?
We're always correct.
Are we?
Yes,
all right.
always, totally.
Whatever you say, Dan.
Absolutely. All right, so in this... Oh, yeah, no, Gio, and that's one of the things that you may... Oh, God, that's so good, and it adds so much skill to the game.
Yeah.
So then, does Rafal have to knock out this Ogerpon with Charizard?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because I think that's the fear, is if we do have to go in with Charizard, all Eli has to do is either get 2 grass on that Ogerpon or get a Bolt attack, and Eli wins the game.
Yeah, definitely.
And Eli just preemptively shuffling for the Iono that he knows is coming.
Yeah. I mean, both of these players test with each other very often, so they definitely know each other's tendencies and stuff like that. So they're very comfortable with the ways that they play and all that stuff, which is one of the benefits of having like a solid partner to test with.
Yes, and I think this is one thing you and I have to take advantage of, and that's why I'm grateful for the team.
Yeah.
It's because, like you said, we're adults. We ain't got a lot of time to sit around and play games. So we use this, we use our conversations with the team, all of that, to actually like put together some data or some help with testing.
Yeah, definitely. And it definitely helps too, because a lot of these like foundations that we have with like ways that we play the game and stuff like that comes from each other.
And Duck, you may be right. I could have sworn I saw an Ultra Ball in hand that turn, but maybe he didn't have it out to go get it.
Yeah, could be.
All right, so we see the Ultra Ball here. I think that is, Charmeleon. Just kind of hoping that if Eli is able to boop something but not knock it out, that we can have a follow-up.
Yeah. Let's see. It looks like we're going to grab a boss here and hopefully be able to clear out for the next turn here.
And so we did Iono to force Eli down to 2 cards in hand. We are going to knock out this Teal Mask Ogerpon. And then, like you said, Brian, we have the Gust for next turn, so we have a little flexibility to switch or retreat if we need.
Yeah, we just need to survive.
And I mean, I think Rafal did everything he could here, right?
Definitely. I mean, you can't be too mad at the way that you approach the turn. Oh, he was looking for his other single prize attacker, I think. Crispin, we are going to get 2 energies here.
So the issue is we still need a 3rd grass energy in order to use the
definitely.
attack.
So, I mean, we have different outs to it. It's going to help that we have the grass energy and we still have the power for our attachment for turn.
Yes.
Because we can still Teal Dance. And then we just got to hope that we can draw into one of the many cards that we could possibly use to put energy into play, like the one of Night Stretcher I see there, or that energy retrieval.
Or Fezandipity, other ways to draw more cards.
Yeah, Fez can grab some more stuff. I don't think we have any Hoot Hoots on the board, so I don't think we can use Noctowl.
No, and that's one of the things. Eli did use all of his Noctowls earlier in the game to get set up, or to at least take that knockout.
Yeah, where's Kenneth to say, oh, the Noctowl deck running out of steam in the middle of the game.
Who could have seen this coming?
Who could have seen this coming?
All right, so then Eli, with that search, still has the grass energy in hand. We're going to see 1 card off of this Teal Dance.
All right, let's see it. Let's see it. Teal Dance. Boss.
That is unfortunately not it.
That's not what we're looking for.
So we are going to retreat into Fan Rotom.
And pass. Oh, but we have the boss.
And Rafal with Charizard able to take the win.
Wow.
That was really impressive.
Yeah, very impressive.
So credit to Rafal for that. But now we're going to go over to our Greninja, which
I'm surprised lasted this long.
I agree completely. And also seems to be in a pretty fine spot for Greninja.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, survived enough, right?
Right. And I think we're at 5-5 prizes right now, which...
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
That's wild to me.
Yeah, definitely.
So then it's on Ryan's turn. How does Greninja win this matchup?
Yeah, I don't know per se right now, but we do have Pidgeot, which is good. We have Frogadier. Oh, it looks like we're just going with an Itchy Pollen here. So it looks like we're just our goal here from Ryan's side is we're just going to make sure that we don't Candy Guardy, and we have to like force the progressive like continuous like Gardevoir like evolving. So we're gonna Turo up the Clefairy here. And looks like we might try to go for third Ralts. That's what I would think.
If it is in deck.
We don't have third Ralts, maybe, or we get second Monkey here.
Third Ralts is kind of problematic.
Yeah. It looks like I think we. Oh. Ryan seems pretty happy that there's no third Ralts.
I could understand that. That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
So the downside is that Mega Diancie can come in and knock out that Greninja in response.
Yeah.
But I think Ryan's setting it up so he can try to respond on that Diancie with Greninja.
Yeah, it's tough, though. Looks like we're going to go for an Frillish here for potential item lock.
Which at this point, I don't think that's very disruptive for Ryan.
Yeah.
We do have two Frogadier down. We're going to be able to evolve up into Greninja. And so, Brian, how do you imagine Ryan sweeping the board here?
I mean, we would go into Greninja, which we do have in hand, and we could definitely just go for the search of, like, quick search Ignition Energy and just take out the two Ralts. And it looks like we just pass it on over here.
Well, we actually collect and draw a card with Ralts, which is fantastic.
Yeah. All right, so there's the Greninja.
And that's a big deal.
We have Ignition Energy in hand.
And that is also a big deal.
That is a big deal.
And so what Ryan, I think, is going to have to do is we're going to have to use Mirage Barrage to yeet both of those Ralts this turn.
Definitely.
And then when Trevor inevitably goes in with Mega Diancie and takes a knockout on Greninja, we'll then need to Dusknoir and then use Greninja's first attack, Shinobi Blade, to knock out the Mega Diancie and close out the game.
Yeah, that's definitely a way to do it.
I don't know if it's the way to do it, but it's at least a way to do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Is there another line, though, you see that could be better for Ryan here?
I mean, I think he's just already so far ahead with the fact that he takes out both the Ralts.
Or we pop that Dusknoir now on Diancie.
That could be the case, too, yeah.
Is there a downside to that? Because we're hitting
think
140. Ooh. No, actually, that's... Oh, we're going to knock out Diancie first.
Knock out Diancie first, and then...
Coupled with an Iono to 4. What do you think about this decision?
Ooh. I like it. I mean, Ryan is a very, very good player.
He is. Excellent player.
Interesting.
I actually like that decision too, though, because you know that if anything gets knocked out, it's going to be your active.
Yeah.
And if your active gets knocked out, you're not item locked.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So we're going to go for the big Iono here.
So 5 for Ryan. We do have Pheasantipity for next turn. What was in Trevor's hand?
Don't see. Night Stretcher.
It's a Lily,
Bravery Charm. CC, I think.
Okay. Which, I mean, those are great cards and can put him in a position to win next turn or in the next couple turns.
Earthen Vessel's last card.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So Ryan goes down to 2 prizes, searches for any card out of his deck.
Yeah.
And threatens the win next turn.
Definitely. And I think that's the biggest part about it is like the threat of the win, because there's other ways that we can go about it, because like it's pretty much going to force Trevor to like need like different like evolutions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We're going to need to go into Gardevoir for sure. But like the Mirage Barrage can end up taking all these baby Pokemon out.
And Duck, I think that makes sense from my mind, because I actually disagree with this line for Ryan. I was thinking the reverse. I was thinking that you Mirage Barrage first in order to clear out Trevor's opportunity to build a Gardevoir, and then follow up with closing out things on Diancie. Which, I mean, this is probably fine too, but I think it gives Trevor more opportunity to clear this Greninja.
Yeah, definitely. I can see that. The Watchtower is important, though, just because it turns off the Pidgeot right now.
Oh, and Duck, Charm is a good point, too, because Charm on Diancie could be problematic. And so, actually, I also stand corrected. There is a way for Trevor to knock out this Greninja and item lock Ryan. Jelly.
Jelly is true, yeah.
Big Jelly is a very legitimate threat if Trevor's able to find Candy Guardy Jelly.
Yeah.
And that could be real scary.
It's tough, too, though, when we have only 6 cards that we can draw here and we don't have the opportunity to use something like Fez.
Agreed, because we even don't have a Mew to supplement the draw right now.
Yeah.
All right, so then what is Trevor needing here? Are we going for Jelly? Are we going for something else?
I think Candy Guardy Jelly is really what we need. But I feel like if we're able to even get Jelly, that could buy us at least a turn.
I would agree. But we'll see what we pull off here. We do get 6 cards. Do we have Candy Guardy?
That doesn't look like Candy Guardy Jelly.
That in no way looks like any of those.
Yeah.
Now we have a counter catcher, which is cool.
Yeah.
Doesn't help much.
Doesn't, just because everything can get retreated at this point.
We
have
do
the jelly. We have the jelly. Okay.
Oh, that does make sense, because with the Monkey Dories on the board, we can Mirage Barrage the monkeys. I stand corrected, Chaz. Guys, every now and then I'm not actually right, even if it hurts.
Ooh, Trevor's not looking too happy about this now.
So it's tough, because we will be able to go into Jelly, but we won't be able to attack if we do so.
Yeah, not looking good.
And also, all Ryan needs, if that Ninja survives, is a single Ignition Energy to close out the game.
Definitely.
And since Trevor didn't disrupt, he knows whatever Ryan got off of his search is in hand.
Definitely.
And so this is the expression of the what desperate line can I find to close this out?
Ah, it's not looking good.
No, is there anything Trevor can do?
Honestly, I don't think so. It looks like he just drops the cards, and then they're going to end up just talking through it.
And Ryan will take the win with Greninja over Guardy, exactly how we expect the matchup to go.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, 4-0 for Ryan after going 4-0-1 at the challenge last week.
Wow.
He may be somewhat good at Pokemon.
Yeah, he's very good.
And Rodman, Rodman is awesome to see Greninja win.
Yeah, definitely. Very cool deck.
Very cool deck. All right, so Brian, as we get to the end here, are there any thoughts you have from our lovely stream today?
We had a great stream today. It was cool, like, speaking with all of you guys. It was great seeing you guys get interactive with us, telling us some of the decks that you like, some of the suggestions for Dan's list.
Yes.
Stuff like that. So
please
keep helping us out. A lot of the suggestions on, like, decisions and stuff like that too was super, super cool. So definitely like when you guys are just as on point in the chat as we are. So
yeah,
we definitely appreciate that as well.
And thank you, Rodman. Really appreciate the feedback.
Appreciate it.
No, so for mine, we actually got to see some cool games. We got a wide spread of decks.
Yeah, that
which is awesome.
Probably the best part too, is that we got like a nice diverse set of decks that we got to watch and stuff like that too, which was super cool.
Exactly. It wasn't all Dragapult.
Yeah, it wasn't all Dragapult, or it was like not all just Goldango or Gardevoir or anything like that. We got to see a little bit of everything.
Exactly. Yeah. So for going forward, we do have EUIC next week. I will probably talk to Rafael just making a poll of what the heck do I play in my deck. That just sounds fun.
Yeah, definitely.
So we will still have stream here on Thursday as our EUIC Eve stream. So please come join. We'll talk about all that stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
If you haven't already, please follow on Twitch. If you like us, talk about us, share us. And on YouTube, if you could like and subscribe to the channel, that'd be great. We're at NRG TCG on Twitter. I'm at DanTheTrainer25.
Yeah, I'm at Brian DeVeza. Just my first last name.
Yeah, and that's great. And come talk to us. Also, I will be at EUIC, so if anyone's there, I would love to say hi and meet people because, dude, this is just fun.
Yeah.
All right, Brian, any last thoughts?
No, I just appreciative of everybody who's always coming through every week and stuff like that, interacting with us on chat, watching every week. We definitely appreciate all the support from everybody here.
Absolutely. So thank you all very much for being here with us tonight. We will see you all here next time here at Nerd Rage Gaming.
All right, now we got to turn it off.
Now I got to turn it off. Let's not worry about that.
No.
All right. Thanks, guys.